Shoutouts to the synchronized Cappy bounces on the title screen. Never mind. They look synchronized to me. I can't tell. And we're off!
Okay, for some reason I was on the wrong setting apparently.
Nice.
Hi, I'm here now.
Well,
I was talking the entire time. So,
right.
Start up here. Val has a slight lead because of 1.2 against 1.0. Load times are faster in 1.2. But that will change shortly once we get to Cascade. I think, as long as everything goes according to plan.
yeah, rolling is the fastest movement, so that's why you see them doing it everywhere.
Yes.
And this Casper, sorry.
Yeah, there is a little off sync.
Yeah, I was gonna point out. Chat's talking about the version differences. As I mentioned, we're seeing a 1.2 versus 1.0 race here.
Yeah, but actually, Vallu's stream is a little ahead, so.
Yeah, I know. That'll be fixed with restream, hopefully soon.
Yep, that'll be with the. Yep, and it's being paused.
Yeah, there we go. See?
It should be. Yeah, we're just.
It's close enough.
Yes.
It's fairly noticeable.
Yeah, Val's ahead by like an inch.
Yeah, that was a really good left side. Before that Topper fight, Topper was the boss there. Pretty simple boss.
Yeah.
I sometimes forget to explain him because he's so simple.
Yeah, basically, throw your hat at him and jump on his head.
Yeah, before that, you could, like, you could do a trick where you climb up the left side of Top Hat Tower instead of the right, and it's a few harder jumps, but it's a little bit faster. So now we're into Cascade.
And very important thing that's about to happen on Nick's stream. First moon skip. Because there's a 1.0.
allowing that?
I'm not sure. I didn't see. Well,
From what I heard, I believe Vallu allowed small ant to one. Yeah.
Yep, there we go. First moon skip.
All right.
There you go. That's how you skip the first moon.
Yeah, you not see Vallu doing it. You see, so Nick's on 1.0, the 1.0 version of the game. So he has more skips more readily available to him. But due to the way the Switch works, to play on the 1.0 version,
you have to factory reset.
He's playing on the physical cartridge edition of Super Mario Odyssey right now, which compared to Vallu's digital 1.2 version, Vallu can't do some skips and has a harder time with other skips, but has faster loads due to being on digital. So, although Nick still has the edge in that regard, Vallu will save some time in loads, but it still lets Nick get a pretty decent lead into...
And Vallu misses T-Rex jump. Oh no. Alright. Oh yeah, and this is T-Rex jump. Basically you have to get the dino's left foot on the mini tramp. So he bounces up and you can just jump right into the cutscene. Vallu is struggling. He got it there. Okay. So Nick grabs his first 3 moons. Vallu grabs his second 3 moons.
Yeah.
And
I never explained Madame Brood too much, but it is a good thing to point out with the strat you see them doing. I failed to mention it during Topper. Basically, every boss in this game, you'll see some sort of trick with involving something about the boss. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. But a lot of bosses in this game work in the system of you do damage, and then you have to wait for them to go through an attack, and then you can do damage. But a lot of the spaces where they do an attack, you'll see periods of time. You'll see techniques you can do, or like certain tricks you can do to end their attack phase early, which speeds up all the boss fights you can.
Yep. Hold on, I'm gonna do a thing real quick. I did the thing.
Good job, I'm proud. Nick had to go for that treasure chest you saw because he skipped the first moon. Vallu's gonna be able to put Cappy on the Odyssey and leave Cascade right after getting this cliff move.
Yeah, and so it's overall faster to do first moon skip because there's a cutscene after the first moon skip. We're trying to avoid as many. They're called story moons.
I think they're called mini missions or something, or like something along that lines. But we call them story moons.
The category's called all story moons. Like it's all the story moons. They're the moons with the cutscene after it, like you saw the first moon. Yeah. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, no, they're the moons that represent those are mini objectives, I think they're called, but we call them story moons because that's really what they are. They're moons that advance the story.
Yep. So we're moving on to Sand Kingdom now.
Nick would be moving on to Sand Kingdom, but he accidentally menued to re-enter Cascade.
Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh well, now it's in Sand Kingdom. And so Sand Kingdom here, lots of different routes. I'm not sure what routes they'll be going for, as there's this trick called Sphinx Clip. It's where you clip on the Sphinx, and we'll get to that later, maybe. But it's a lot harder on 1.2.0, the version that Vallu's playing on, because they just made it a lot harder to do something called roll clipping.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot harder for Vallu, and we'll see if he goes for that.
If you'd like to give me a quick second.
Sure. Okay, so the moon Nick's going for. Gets it first try, which is amazing. I don't think I've ever gotten that moon first try. Believe it or not. So basically, for all of you wondering what the PBs and the world records are, Vallu's PB.
World record.
Yeah, Nick is world record with the 103.33, I think. And
Sounds right.
Vallu, and Vallu is in 5th or 6th with a 104.50. It was the previous world record. And yeah, that's the PBs.
Just to verify, 103.33 is the record.
Yeah,
104.50 is 6th place currently.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So, what Nick just do is kind of a bullet bill RNG manipulation. I'm not really sure how it works, but it's a thing. And it's worth worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Alright, so Nick's coming up on Sphinx Clip right now. It's where you can do a roll clip, which is where you hit a series of buttons, and you clip into the wall using the Sphinx. It's very aptly named. And he's having a little trouble with it, and he enters the cutscene. You don't want to enter that cutscene. Not the cutscene, this secret area, this area that's behind the Sphinx. If you do the Sphinx clip just right, you can clip to an area that's, I guess you'll see Nick get to the normal way.
Yeah.
Oh no, you'll see him. Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. You get in here.
Actually a valid route is Sphinx flipping twice. I don't think it was intended.
Otherwise,
though.
you have to go.
Very rarely see people do the double flip route intentionally.
And Vallu also gets the not good Sphinx clip. It's still a Sphinx clip, and you still get a moon, but it's not the fastest way. Oh no, we actually got this.
No, the double flip is faster.
Yeah. But so Vallu's, this is how you normally get that moon, by spamming jump onto this thing. And so what you saw Nick just do is jack skip to get onto this little area.
Okay, I'm gonna clear up something with chat right now. I am not a viewer of Nick's stream, so I am no clue what he goes for.
I agree. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to start. I'm starting to watch him just because of world record stuff, and I like being live for world records. But I kind of know what Vallu goes for. And, well, Nick gets the double there with the bird and the mound. So that's cool. Alright, so Nick's going to be leaving sand and entering lake. The reason it's faster to enter lake instead of wooded is because you can just spam A instead of hitting down for a frame. It's really no difference, just lakes, you just spam A.
Yeah.
Phil has trouble with the bird there, but does get him. That's good. Vallu having trouble with these note moons.
Yeah.
Notes to get the moon. I can't talk right now.
Don't worry about it.
I'm a little flustered.
I have my fair share of stuttering everywhere.
Yeah. Alright, so Lake Kingdom, it's one of the shortest kingdoms, only 8 moons. Start off by just ground pounding this little area for the easiest moon in the game. No, hardest moon in the game. I'm sorry, that was the hardest moon in the game.
Sure, I believe you right now. No, but yeah. Lake, not only is it one of the shorter kingdoms, I'd probably call it one of the simpler kingdoms.
There's not
a lot of the movement compared to other kingdoms is as challenging.
Yeah. Which you saw Nick just get for the second try is you have to use the movement controls to try to get Cappy to hold on to the zipper, which didn't happen the first time. I need to charge my controller.
Jeez.
I just look and it's like 3%. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, but.
Alright, so the reason you see Nick is doing the little spinny thing with the fish, it's not because it's faster, it's because you can turn easier. It's the same exact speed as going normally. It is?
Oh, well.
I've heard it's
not. I don't
know. Yeah, I've heard it's not.
I know so much about this game.
It's fine, it's fine.
No, don't worry about it.
So what Nick's about to do is called lake jump, I think. Basically jump from the cheat sheet and get to where that is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fish jump. You can get up to the...
This is Rango. This is
I don't
Rango.
know. Chat is the big...
It's not
Rango.
It's not faster, yeah. It's the same.
Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
It accelerates faster. Okay, yeah.
What's not a mystery to this very day is how good of a Rango fight that was. Rango can be a really tricky fight if you don't nail it. It can be hard to recover, is what I'm trying to get at. Fortunately, Nick didn't have to nail it Nick didn't have to worry about the backup because he did nail it.
Yeah, that's my personal favorite. What's it called? Brutals. So
yes.
Brutal.
My favorite brutal is Spewert because Spewert is, in my opinion, the easiest.
I don't know. Spewert's my least favorite because it's the worst name. It's a pun.
I love puns.
So do I, but like, it's a bad pun. I like good puns.
Okay, I'll fight you on that.
No, you're gonna lose because it's a bad pun. Bad pun. It's a bad pun.
Well,
you just change a T to a P. Okay, so next up is Wooded.
Alright, we got Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah, next up is Wooded.
Yeah.
And,
Wooded is one of my personal favorites because it's one of the craziest in terms of movement. We go from one of the chillest the chillest kingdoms in this run.
To one of the most.
I'm gonna make that pun in snow. Don't worry. But we go from one of the more relaxed kingdoms in the run to one of the craziest. And really, starting from wooded all the way up to probably snow even, is like a really crazy block of a ton of movement-intensive kingdoms.
Every kingdom is a movement-intensive kingdom. Yeah. Especially for a beginner runner like me. Not a beginner runner, a bad runner. Like you see from that
strat with the rock and the bunny, right from the start, Wooded Kingdom does not mess around.
And that's not an easy strat. It looks easy, you're just catching a bunny. Oh, it's just a Mario 64. Yeah, that's not an easy bunny to catch. Okay, so he's got a pretty decent lead on Vallu, but anything can really change. As, anything can happen. That's my motto with these races. I've seen some of the wild things happen in the speed gaming races. So Nick getting this nut just fine. Sometimes you can bonk on the wall and fall off. I've done that multiple times. While Vallu misses the bunny.
Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, the bunny can be kind of tricky. The bunny moves pretty quickly. You can stun it and slow it down by throwing your cap, but optimally you won't need to do that. It's still recommended if you're struggling, though, which you see Vallu doing, so still good.
So Nick entering my favorite area of the game, Steam Gardens, just because of the music, and it's going to be entering this pipe right here. This is probably one of the most difficult sub-areas in a run, because the movement is so difficult.
Yeah. And this comes into effect before this point, but something that's important to mention now, because here's a part where it can waste a major amount of time. Whenever you get damaged in this game, if you're not at full health, and if you don't get back to full health and you collect a moon, there's a cutscene that heals you, and it takes about 2 seconds, the cutscene itself. But there's also the health being healed wasting time. So if you're at 2 HP and collect a moon, you lose about 2.2 seconds, and if you're at 1 HP collecting a moon, it wastes about 2.5 seconds. Coming up, Nick's gonna get a story moon kinda soonish, so during a story moon, you don't see that cutscene happen, I believe, but otherwise, no. Otherwise, it's bad to collect the moon not full health, but sometimes you can't prevent it, like you see Nick right now with 1 HP getting this moon. It's whatever.
And so the strat there... And so the strat there with the little maze area that you saw Nick just do is to use the nut boy. I don't know what they're called. I just call them nut boys because they crack nuts.
No, the stretchy leg guys. I believe they're called uproots.
Uproots. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they're not Goombas or Koopas, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a casual player of any game. So basically, you want to stay as the uproot, so you don't slide down the walls, which is slower, because sliding is slower than falling. And so what you saw Nick just nail beautifully is, I think it's called P-skip. Skip
I think it's called Flower Bridge skip, but
Flower Bridge skip? I don't know. It's some skip that's really difficult and looks really cool and saves a lot of time.
It takes like 2 seconds. Probably a little bit more. That's probably not accurate.
It's
and a little bit of a correction to an earlier statement. Thanks, How to Cantaloupe. Story moons do have the cutscene for healing, but on triple moons, or multi-moons, or grand moons, or whatever you'd like to call them, they do not show the cutscene. And it looks like, you know what, I'll give you points. It looks like chat's embracing Nut Boys.
Okay. I don't know.
We'll take the victory there.
Has a boy with the BOI. Okay, so Nick's about to enter the your favorite brutal spirit fight.
I mean, Harriet's also a pun. Oh no.
Oh, Vallu misses the bridge skip. That's not good. Alright, so Vallu's gonna try again. So, I think what 1.2 made harder, which is Vallu has to do the skip, which he just nailed, is roll canceling. It's where you do a roll and just cancel it right after.
I'm not sure if it made specific canceling harder or clipping harder, but even still, that's a very hard jump.
It's still a very hard jump, but it might have been made harder in 1.2. I'm not sure. Chat can correct me on that. But basically, that's why it's harder. Yeah, just because 1.2 kind of patched it.
Yeah.
And so Nick finishes up Wooded. Is going to be headed to the next kingdom, which is Cloud.
Yeah, no, the only part about roll canceling that's been made harder is the clipping, not the actual doing it.
Oh, the clipping is harder. Okay.
So, Vallu's fighting Spewart here. Doing pretty alright because the fight's really not that hard. Chokes can still happen though if you're not too careful. Fortunately, Vallu's gotten the fight down. And Nick's on to Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah, so Cloud Kingdom strats. There's a very, if you check the spreadsheet, there's a very good thing you see for the guide. At least at the very beginning. I don't know if it was changed. Basically, you skip these moons, and then you don't skip the cloud little poofy hats. I don't know what they're called. Cloud hats.
Cloud hats. I mean, you see stuff like that in Cascade, but they do turn into clouds, so...
basically, you just start punching Bowser in the face, and that's cool, because no one really likes Bowser.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Not even that, but you see a lot of specific things here. You see Nick getting really close to Bowser and doing this with the hat to grab it as soon as possible and punch him as soon as possible.
Very risky.
Those are really tricky strats that...
It's very tricky, and it can also soft lock. So, you don't want to soft lock. Soft locking means...
Don't soft lock.
You're done. He purposely takes damage there, so he can use the invincibility frames to start punching him.
Yeah.
And...
that was like a perfect fight.
Yeah, that was a very good fight. Punch Bowser back into the ship, and then you move on to Lost.
Yeah. So you see, that Bowser fight goes very quickly.
And so Vallu moves on to Cloud.
Mm-hmm. You're hopefully going to be seeing Vallu do everything that Nick just did. And that's a relief, at least, because we don't have a lot of time to talk about what Vallu's doing, as Lost Kingdom here has a lot of things happening very fast.
Oh, that happened.
Like a death.
That can happen immediately. Yeah, Nick bonked on the side of the tree, which you need to get onto to skip a lot of Lost. Not a lot.
It saves a good amount of time.
It saves a lot of time, and you also skip it because he dies again.
So what you see Nick attempting to do right now, I'm just going to explain this now while he's giving me the free time to explain it. In this kingdom, normally, there is a certain point of land where Klepto, the bird that you might remember from Super Mario 64, from Shifting Sandland, comes to steal your hat. Come to steal your hat. And
that's a cutscene that you want to skip. Yeah.
That's a cutscene that you want to skip, not only because it is a cutscene, but because without your hat, you kind of can't do a lot until you go get a hat.
And that loses a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so, Nick now just cruising while Vallu moves on to Lost.
There are still some areas of the ground that you can step on that will make Klepto steal your cap. Fortunately, what you're going to be seeing right here is Nick is going to run up to Klepto and kind of make Klepto do this attack type thing. And the game reads this as Klepto's been activated by Mario's being in the radius, meaning that his hat's already been stolen. So now his hat won't be stolen anywhere he walks into this kingdom until he dies. If he dies and then goes on a place where Klepto normally steals his hat, Klepto will still steal his hat, so he has to be careful not to die here.
Yeah. Also, dying's just...
That was nice.
Also, dying's just... dying's just bad in general, as I used to find out.
Yeah, you saw the moon under the bridge there. You can take an intentional death if you'd like to. It can be easier And sometimes, if you do your hat throw wrong, it's straight up impossible to get out, or to not get out, or to get out without dying. But it wastes a few seconds to do that, I believe, like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. Now we're Vallu's finishing up Lost. Vallu caught up a lot of time. He's about to finish up Lost. And Nick enters Metro and about to enter the worst fight in the game. In everyone's opinion. I don't know a single person who likes this fight. Except for Nintendo. I'm sure Nintendo loves the fight.
Have fun. So, a lot of people in this game probably really like Metro Kingdom if you played it casually. I gotta agree, it's pretty fun. However, before you have full access to Metro Kingdom, you have to deal with the pest at the top of the town hall. And the problem is, before you deal with this pest, not only is a lot of this area blocked off, but a lot of the moons in this area aren't available.
Yeah, so you have to get them until someone finds a skip. Which
I don't think that'll ever happen.
I'm counting on someone to find a skip.
Alright,
you got this, whoever gonna get you. I love you, whoever finds that skip. So basically we saw Nick kind of scale that wall earlier. That's not an easy wall to scale. You have to be perfect, and if you just barely touch the wall, it cancels your hat throw. And you can't dive on the hat like you see him usually do. And this is New Dawn Call, a lot of fast movement to get up as soon as possible to get this moon.
And you're gonna see at the end, the camera, this movement is so fast that you're gonna see coming up right after Nick gets this moon. The camera's even gonna kind of disagree with your movement here.
Yeah, you gotta jump right at the camera, and the camera was like, oh no. And then it's like, oh, okay, I know where you are.
Yeah, the way the camera normally works there, you're trying to go around a different wall. A wall on the opposite side of where the treasure chest is. And the camera is supposed to follow you across that wall. But by jumping across the entire chasm without going by that wall, it tries to play the camera both against that wall and on Mario. So it rotates like it's against the wall while being on Mario, and it's not very nice.
Okay, so Knuckle Wiggler explanation quickly. Basically, you're trying to get a 2 cycle, but 3 cycles exist.
Yes.
Basically, what you want to do, hit all the little spots on each area of the Wiggler, each body part, each little circle, and then as soon as possible. But on the 2nd cycle, if you miss that, you have to go in the 3rd cycle to kill him. And Nick's gonna go for the 2 cycle right now. He already had the 1st cycle. And there's what you saw Nick do is like the way to make the Wiggler move faster during that little period where he's just moving on the ground and not being shot at. And Nick does get the 2 cycle, so that's good.
Yes. 2 cycle isn't the most challenging thing, but the motion controls can kind of mess you up a bit there.
Yep.
Normally, though, at a top level, you have enough control, for lack of a better word. You have enough control of for the motion controls, so that it shouldn't be a problem. But this boss can be unpredictable sometimes.
Alright, so now while Nick's in a cutscene and Vallu's in the fight that we just explained, now's a good time to actually remind people that this is the best out of 3. So this is just game 1. So basically, for first wins 2 matches, 2 races wins, and we're gonna do all 3 tonight, I believe.
We're gonna be doing all in a row, whether it's 2 or 3.
So back to races, and we saw Nick just do. He holds his cap right next to the girder, or right next to the electric line, and then grabs the moon so we can get right. Immediately get teleported right there. What he's trying to do now is called scooter clip. It's where he tries to scoot the scooter in to get that moon, and he nails it after going around the box. I'm just gonna go up here and grab this trash moon, and then get by far the bench moon, the best moon in the game. And you see another shaky teleport there to grab into the cone, and then bench friends.
Yeah.
The greatest moon in the entire game.
Yeah.
And no one disagrees. So Vallu enters light metro this time. Wow, Nick gets this in the girder moon. And teleport up here.
Yeah, now we're seeing Vallu at the beginning of the bright section.
And was Scooter Clip patch in 1.2? It was not. Okay.
No. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, some clips are patched, some weren't. I run on 1.0, so it's hard to really tell.
I've barely run this game since 1.2, so...
Same, actually. But I've gotten 1.0.
Yeah.
Just because I bought 1.0, I've had 1.0, so it's always fun.
Yeah. So, after the kind of chaotic opening you see Vallu finishing up right now, the ending to Metro is actually a little bit calm. You're going to see them jump into the cafe here, right on the ground pound move.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell where you jump. And then we're going to be entering this the roly-poly area.
Crowded alleyway.
Yeah, I call it the roly-poly area because this is the strat. You roll. You just roll. I'm not sure what the devs were thinking, but you can just roll.
I mean, you get bumped a lot while you're rolling. They were probably thinking of something.
But you can just roll. And then you get this min on top, and then you leave.
Yeah, and now it's just going to be talking to people. And ground pounding a scrap of metal, but mostly talking to people.
And, yeah, so this talking to people sequence is a very important one. And as this is the grand finals, I think we have to, coming up, we have to have a little moment of silence. Not right now here, though. Yow. So right now, right after you get the little, what they're called, musician moons, you get transported back to that little city area. Not the city area, the town hall place.
Yeah.
Where the inside of the town
hall.
Yeah. And then what Nick just ground pounded is the piece of metal from the boss fight, and then everyone be quiet. There we go. Even it might be a dead meme. It might be a dead meme, but
this is the last race.
Finals. We have to bring it back. We have to bring him back. It's the finals.
I mean, this might not be the last time we're seeing this game.
Oh no. We'll get to that at the end of this race, though.
It'll be probably better to mention it at the end of the best of 3, which...
Yeah, but...
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We might as well just do it.
Yeah.
We already mentioned it now. We have to mention it.
No, we can be mysterious.
Yeah, we can.
What we're talking about is how exciting Snow Kingdom is, right?
Oh, yeah, Snow.
Yeah!
I actually really like the Snow Kingdom. Not really in 90%, but in other categories, I really like it. So sometimes what you see people do is instead of going to Snow, you go to Seaside because they don't have enough coins to get the shot moon in Snow. And I thought Nick just died there, and it almost gave me a heart attack.
Yeah.
But so sometimes you go to Seaside because there's this area in Seaside where you get like 60 coins, and you can get it there. And right now, Vallu is around a minute behind, a little less than a minute behind, but still, anything is possible.
So now it's town time.
Town time. Shiveria. I don't know. Basically, wall jump up these bricks, or just the wall. It's a wall jump, not a brick jump. And then get the shotman.
The jump.
Also, I love the music in Shibuya. It's just such a good music. And so what you can try to do, Nick just failed, get onto this balcony right here, grab this chest moon, and then move on.
Yeah. Vallu now entering the town.
Yep, it's very close race. So the hidden ground pound here for Nick. Grabbing that moon real quick. Some people try to ask him for PBs. The world record, which Nick has, is a 103.33, and Vallu's in 6th place on a 104.50. The previous world record, like 2 months ago.
2 months is a long time.
It is, but
this tourney was
Vallu's
in bracket round 1 2 months ago. That's crazy to think about.
But Vallu's one of the most consistent players ever in the history of speedrunning of every game, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Multiple time 602 champ.
Yes.
Almost missed the moon.
Almost just entered the fight. That would have been bad. Have to get a backup moon. In this little area where they are, these are all story moons because you can't really get any more moons and stuff. But you have to get I think it's 10 moons to leave the area. So, you have to go through each little chamber. And the place where Nick is right now, Goombas can suicide, and that's no fun.
That's no fun.
When Goomba suicides, you can't get the moon.
No, it's only because we like the Goombas. No moons. Vallu might die. No, okay. That wasn't clutch at all.
Okay, so Nick entering the last area here. Vallu's caught up a lot.
Yeah.
In the little Goomba area. We only get 1 moon in the sub-area where Nick's in.
Yeah. There's normally a Rango fight in this area as well.
But we
don't do it because it's slow.
We only need that moon, and we don't want to get the multi-moon from the Brutal, so we just...
Actually, starting at this point in the game, the Brutals don't even drop multi-moons anymore.
Because, well, the developers,
You did it.
realized how easy the fights were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so now Seaside Kingdom. Which is, in my opinion, the most chill. I don't know. It has a very pleasant vibe to it, a nice beachy vibe. Everyone likes a nice beach. Nice weather, you know. Yeah. So we start off by getting this moon up here, just on the alcove.
Yeah. This moon, you'd usually use an enemy called the Gushin to get.
Or, like, no, the Bubble Boys.
The Gushin.
Yeah, don't listen to my names. Unless you like
no, I'm pretty sure everybody prefers your names at this point.
I don't know. I just kind of made them up when I didn't feel like learning their names.
Yeah, no, I pride myself in knowing every enemy name.
I know them, I just like...
In a situation where it is not important at all to know the enemy names. We also don't use a Gushin for that normally Gushin intended moon that Nick just got.
Yeah. Glad to see you guys are liking my name. So here we get the Gushin / Bubble Boy. And they're very fast on the water because swimming is slow, and we have to get this Fish Boy.
Yeah,
the cheap.
It's actually interesting. One thing I noticed, my one contribution to this speed game was for a whole 12 hours, I had created the fastest route through this kingdom. That was a great 12 hours. But it's crazy to have seen in the past months how this kingdom went from almost being almost entirely Gushin based to
like no
only
Gushin.
using the Gushin for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's insane. Oh, now Fish Boys are a thing. Oh no.
Oh no. I'm blaming you. It is your fault.
I know, I did not mean to call them Fish Boys. Just call them fishes, please.
Please.
Okay, so this is the Seaweed Moon. Seaweed Boy Moon. And then we finish off Seaside
with the hole in the wall boy.
The hole in the wall moon.
No.
And then we leave. I did the thing again.
Yeah. I created the fastest seaside route that lasted for enough time to build up speed.
At least you didn't have. At least you weren't the person who had a world record for 20 minutes before Vallu bopped him. I forget who that was. I think that was Let's Go.
I know that happened to Paper and SMS.
Yeah,
they had a record for an hour.
Nah, someone had it for like 20 minutes and then Vallu bopped him.
Yeah, that's.
I think it was Let's Clay. Not
Maybe.
sure though. Shout out to Let's Clay.
Shout out to Let's Play. Let's Play is a big. Let's Play is a big name when it comes to organizing.
Oh, it might have been Crescendo actually.
I don't know.
It was.
But I'm gonna give a shout out to the Let's Play.
119.
Anyways, for being a big name when it comes to organizing our weekly bingo races that happen on Saturdays at 1 and 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm bringing up those specific weeklies for maybe a reason.
Yes, maybe. We'll get into that. So now Luncheon. Nick's doing salt moon jump, triple jump thing. I don't know.
Piled on the salt. You're not supposed to get it like that, but we get it like that.
Because it's fast and fast.
That's how you do it.
So this is the wall moon. It's where you go in a wall and get the moon.
Yeah, the alcove here. And now we're going to be fighting Spirit once again.
Spirit, a man. Very easy, unless you fail him. Then his still very easy. What Val is doing to get up the wall with the ground pound, or at least attempting, it's slower, safer, easier, and probably more race friendly. Nick's kind of a maniac, so he goes through all the maniac race strats. No, he's just a maniac because of the strats he goes for. Yeah. Okay, so Nick going for this little area moon, but you only get this one moon in the area. So
you used to get both, but the other one's just slower now. Yeah, that's what happens when you speed game. I don't know the good way to explain it. And coming up here is actually why Luncheon's one of my least favorite kingdoms in the wall. These walls do not, or in the game, these walls do not like you sometimes.
Yeah, the crystal walls can be kind of not nice. So what you saw Nick just do Looks very easy, but it's actually kind of very tactical. You have to throw your thing, throw your cap, in just like the right area so it homes in on the box with the moon in it. And then you have to get the gold turnips down the soup to get that moon.
Turnips. You got... That'll be important later.
Yes, turnips. That.
Yeah, that.
And then get this island moon.
That.
Get this island moon. And then we get the Potabus, otherwise known as the Fireball Boys.
I was gonna say the Fire Boys, but I don't know.
Yeah,
You're the creator here.
I guess Fire Boys.
You're the one getting paid for this.
And we get into Forks, PogChamp.
Flicky Boys.
So the Forks are, this is probably my favorite moon of the game. Favorite two moons, favorite sub area. Because Forks.
It's a good place.
It's the movement is so fun.
Yes.
And Nick does it pretty well. Spicy Boys, that's actually a good one. I might call the Fireballs that. Spicy Boys.
No. I'm very lucky that people don't do the lava bubble room and runs anymore.
I don't like that.
That
one's stressful.
Turnips.
Alright, so turnips. So this turnip, that's gonna be a very important turnip.
Get the turnip!
If Nick can get up there.
Fell off the cliff without the turnip. You want the turnip.
You need the turnip.
Okay, cool. He's not grabbing another turnip. I love watching the golden turnip clip. Speaking of golden turnip clip, here's turnip clip.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw the turnip at the box here.
Use the pan
grab
bro.
this hammer bro.
Pan
and then use
pan bro.
Panenkoic 2012. And then try and position the turnip and the pan bro right.
And
to
then
clip into this box and get the moon without having to break the rocks.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. I think it might have been Passion 1.2.
It is. You won't see Vallu doing
Yeah, that's what I thought. So Vallu's not going to do it. He's going to actually use the Panenkoic 2012 boy, bro, to get the, what are these names? I'm sorry. I apologize. He's going to be using the pan bro to get the, to cut the cheese. No pun intended.
To break the cheese rocks.
Yeah, to cut the cheese rocks. Cut the cheese. Haha, I'm funny.
Not funny.
That was completely unintended. That was completely unintended.
Okay.
And then, the first time it was unintended, the second time it definitely was. And he's actually going to, like, you know, do it the normal way. But fast. Oh! Nicro.
He dead, yo.
Dying. Oh, he almost saved it, but yeah. That's what those walls can do to you. So this is the way with the Panenkoic 2012 bro. Boy, bro? Boy, Panenkoic 2012 bro boy? Okay.
Bro, boy.
And that's a cutscene, and you don't like cutscenes. So that's why we skipped it. Even though that actually didn't save, that didn't lose too much time for Vallu because Nick took a while to get the turn up. And, you know, get the clip. And so now Nick is Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy. So, yeah. And then you get the last multi-moon and then finish off lunch. Finish off Food Kingdom.
Yum, yum.
That Meat Boy that Nick's got is super. It's a super Meat Boy. It's very large.
He has 3 moons.
Yes. You got 3 moons because that's super Meat Boy.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, there's more story to this,
Blood trail.
This level.
Haha, story. What's the
story of this game is get the moons.
What's a story?
You were all lied to.
Can someone explain what the story is?
Okay, so
because we skip all of it, right? So what's the point of even having a story?
No, we don't skip all of it. We skip like half of it.
No, we skip a good chunk. We skip a good chunk of the plot.
Okay, listen though. You don't need a guitarist or a trumpeter for a band. You just need a drummer and a bassist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Who uses a guitar?
I would say, but I actually don't. I'm the trumpeter.
How'd you end up on a building then? No.
Listen,
so yeah.
I don't understand.
Next
you know what
kingdom,
I don't understand? I don't understand
this dragon.
any reason that you'd put a dragon in a
In a
Mario.
Mario game. Shouts to Dark Souls.
That's Skyrim.
Skyrim, Dark Souls, you know.
Dark Souls.
It's a Dark Souls vibe with Skyrim dragon. So basically, the strat for this dragon is to mess up the dragon. You just gotta, you know, first off, dodge.
It's kind of like Bowser.
Yeah, dodges spinny wheels of death.
And then dodges other spinny wheels of
Dodge
death.
more of the spinny wheels of death. Wait till he does the cam blam 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 with his head.
Yeah. Now there is actually a strat here. It saves like not a lot of time.
It just saves jumping onto the dragon. It's like taking the damage and then
you take a damage boost, and basically that'll keep you on the
speedily-
dragon's head while he's doing that discharge attack. And you can't actually start pulling out the swords to reveal his weak point until after the electricity is gone.
done, yeah.
So it doesn't save as much time as you think, but it still saves a little bit of time of not having to wait.
A lot of people say Dark Souls is where this dragon came from, but I like to disagree because it is very easy, and Dark Souls is not an easy game.
I think this is the father of the dragon from Shrek.
Dragon
Don't.
from Shrek. Ooh.
Don't at me right now.
Ooh. The father.
Or do. I don't care.
It might be the brother.
It might be the brother.
The brother, yeah.
Definitely family.
Or it's definitely related. Oh yeah, I might be very closely related with the Ender Dragon from Minecraft as the purple.
Maybe. I can see it. I can see the color.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And little, like, kind of difference on the scales. Yeah, I can see that.
And actually, shouts to chat. Dark Souls would be pretty easy if you were Mario.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Actually, now that I think about it, now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna create a very... Matt Pat, get over here. I have a theory for you. This game is a prequel to Thousand Year Door. This is Bone Tail.
But without, ooh. But that's just a theory.
Game theory.
Okay, so next up is the kingdom to end all kingdoms. The kingdom where all runs come to die. The kingdom where you fight Bowser, right? You fight Bowser in this kingdom, right?
Yeah, it's called Bowser Kingdom.
Yeah, why wouldn't you fight Bowser? Like, it's not like you wouldn't fight Bowser. It's called Bowser Kingdom, of course. The eighth kingdom of the game.
This is the last. This is the last kingdom.
So this is the last kingdom of this game. Yeah. So, this is the most beautiful kingdom, or at least most graphically detailed, with all the colors of the clouds.
Look at those clouds. If you fall in them, you die. Isn't that fun?
It's true. The coloring is very poisonous, actually.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a lot of strats here. It's a very difficult kingdom.
Like,
of course, the last kingdom. Of course, it's going to be difficult.
Yes. One thing in particular, though, you're going to notice is that there's 3 different routes that you can take throughout this kingdom, really.
Mm-hmm. So,
because
the Stompy Boy.
In this kingdom, you have to get every story moon. However, you need 8 moons to leave the kingdom, and the story moons only provide you 6, so you have to get 2 other moons. One moon you'll be seeing in every route, but the other moon you have one of 3 options that you can see the runners go for. If I had to take a guess, we're probably going to be seeing both runners go for the same moon, but I'm not 100% sure. I obviously know which one that Nick's going to go for because I know which one's the fastest.
Yeah. We've all seen the world record.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't.
I see the world record whenever the world record comes up. I'm kind of an avid follower of all speed games ever. So whenever a major world record comes, like, you usually watch it. Okay, so this, you need to get the moon pieces. The movement's very difficult here. Nick's making it look very easy though, which of course is what Nick likes to do. So you grab the bird boys. I think they're called Pokios, something like that.
Yes, that's correct.
Tokios. Okay, so Bird Boys. Yeah.
You got it.
And so, yeah, that's a story moon.
Yeah. We have Oddme in chat now. There he is.
Oh my god, shouts to Omni, dude.
Shout out to Oddme.
Omni Wednesday. Okay, so basically,
It's Sunday.
I know, but it's always Wednesday. So basically, Nick gets this moon on the top. That's the moon he gets, and that's my favorite area in the game. The shop is because you don't do anything in there. So that's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
So
So
up
I think
here-
Vallu does not go for it. Never mind.
you like Brutals, right?
Brutals.
We got 2 of them.
Yeah, we got Harriet. It's the first time we're seeing Harriet.
Yeah. Harriet is usually in a story event in the Sand Kingdom, but we skip
no.
that event because it's
Yeah,
low.
we don't like that one. So basically, what's gonna happen
I mean,
here
it's actually a pretty fun
is that
story,
you
but it's still slow.
punch the spiky balls, the little spiky bomb things, and you. Oh, missing the Nick is having trouble here. You gotta hit the last bomb to go right up into her spaceship of hat. So that's Nick missing that strat, losing a lot of time actually. Oh, hi Nick, how you doing? He's in the
Hi.
chat right now.
Yeah. And the other fight here we have coming up. It
Is
looks like
Topper.
both of the racers went to Harriet first, so we can't talk about it from Vallu.
So they're
We can't
tied.
pretend the racers
tied.
both of them is.
So tied. No, who's doing it
Topper
because
has
they're
a
in
lot
different.
more hats right now than he
Yes.
did in Camp.
And it's a
Look
lot
at all
harder.
those
Sometimes-
hats. That's
sometimes
more
the hats
hats than I
out of
have
balance.
pairs in the world.
That's more hats than I have hats in the world.
That's it.
That makes sense, right? So basically,
I mean,
sometimes
a
the
lot.
hats, sometimes the hats can clip out of bounds.
It's funny.
It's kind of funny. It doesn't really do anything.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, hey,
So
rooting for the person in the lead is a valid option. Don't think bad.
I'm rooting for Vallu because I don't know. I've seen Vallu since the early days of Vallu. Basically, yeah, but that's not really important right now. What's important is this race, and this race is actually really close, believe
Yes.
it or not.
We're gonna see the second non-story moon being picked up
here.
right here by Nick.
Yep. That's actually kind of relatively new strat. You're not going to see that in Vallu's PB from 2 months ago.
Although
And
based on the
so-
moon count, you might see Vallu do it right now.
Yes, exactly. So you grab the bird away again. You can just skip right by the Stompy Boy. Or the Stomp. I don't know what they're called. The Stompsters.
Ogres, I think.
What? What was that?
I think they're just called ogres.
Ogres? Oh, that sounds right actually. Somebody. Okay, so that fitting because if the dragon is Shrek, the dragon from Shrek's dad, then that might be somewhat related to Shrek as an ogre.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
so
my reasons for my
final
theories.
final Bowser fight right here. Final Bowser comes at the end of this race.
Yeah.
Oh
Bowser's
no, it's
somewhere.
not Bowser. We missed the cutscene. What's gonna happen? You fight the Brutals. This is Mecha Brutal, and you're gonna do a thing called Mecha Brutal Skip, where you're supposed to get the bird, but you don't get the bird because the bird is slow,
The cover.
and you just do it by doing a lot of ground pound jumps and getting up here, and you have to do a bunch of dive onto the hats and then dive back up to get up here, and then ground pound another thing. It's very complicated.
And usually you have to get up here with the
Yeah,
bird
bird
every
and
single
off.
time.
Yeah, but we skip that because we're fast.
Actually, somebody in chat mentioned that Odyssey is a Shrek remake. I realized something. There's a dragon that you tame into not killing you.
No, you
You're
kind of
trying
kill the
to
dragon.
get a girl back from a wedding. There's a royal figure who took a girl, also of a royalty,
Yeah.
who is trying to get married to the other, and you're not of royalty, and you're trying to stop them because they're also threatening your home. I'm pretty sure Odyssey is Shrek.
But that's just the theory of game theory. So Nick has a very, very good Bowser fight. Or brutal fight, mecha brutal fight. And Vallu looks like it's... And oh wow, surprise, the exclamation point C actually has my right Twitch name. Okay. So basically Vallu having a very nice fight there, finishing up. They're both in the same cutscene, believe it or not, but because this is just the longest cutscene in the entire world, it doesn't really matter. Because I think Nick is still like a minute ahead. Can someone in chat confirm that?
Alright, well, either way, we have Moon Kingdom coming up.
Moon Kingdom.
I would say this is the final kingdom, for real this time, but after this Bowser's Kingdom fake out, I don't know who to trust anymore.
Nintendo's pulling one on us. It's hard to So, shouts to Sunbro you don't know. 2. Sunbro, did you forget your username? I don't know. Basically, yeah, he says 1 minute and 5 seconds from the moon grab to fade out. So, yeah, this is the final kingdom, no memes. This is the first game of the best of 3. And if everything stays the same, and let's just hypothetically say Nick wins, we don't know yet. It doesn't, because anything can happen. If Nick wins and Val wins the next one, we're going to a game 3, and whoever wins that one wins. But if Nick wins whoever wins 2 first wins. And so what they're doing right now is moon skip, or what Nick is. It's where you, well, he failed it. You ground pound jump on the Sphinx, jump on the hat, wall jump at this little tiny L you see, and then jump there. Nick gets the second try, and is getting to the castle where the wedding is being held. 55 seconds of card. Okay, thanks, Volgen.
Yeah.
Also, shouts to Volgen.
So coming up is the second Bowser fight.
We're gonna break a wedding. Nick accidentally paused the game.
I did not. This Bowser fight is very similar to the first, except there's more hats and more fire.
Yes. And it's the same amount of... I would say the same amount of difficulty. Maybe a little difficult.
It's harder. Because you're gonna see this barrier.
Yeah.
He only did that once in the last fight. He's going to do it a total of 7 times in this fight. Also, this attack is added. Where in between phases you're going to see... I forgot about
this.
Fire.
And it looks like they're getting hit, but they're actually not getting hit. I keep doing this thing. Okay, so you're gonna see them use the same exact strats as they used in the last fight. Just the synchronized pitches. That's cool. Okay. So, basically Nick finishes up right now, skips the cutscene, and then we head into the final section of the game. Also, RIP world record and Vallu's PB. So they can't beat that now.
Not the
whoa, we take over Bowser. So, basically Bowser's attacks, you can either shoot fire or punch bricks in the face. And you're going to see a mixture of both here, because it's fast. Coming up is the hardest trick in the game. And the most riskiest, I would actually say. It's not the hardest, the most riskiest. It's called 2D skip. Which is, it's not really a skip, but it's just like a shortcut. And so, we're gonna see if Nick goes for it. It only saves 2 seconds and it loses like 30. So let's see if he goes for it. He's going for it.
He's going for it.
He gets it.
Alright, we're
good. He gets it. Okay. So no chokes there, but he can still choke. Don't worry, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
And so Nick heading to the very final section where I don't know if this is still a dead meme, but get ready on your sour pleases. Vallu heading into the what's it called? The 2D skip place, 2D section. There we go. Alright, so, this final section of the game, also Vallu does get 2D skip. This final section of the game, you start off by trying to shooting at the little pillar on the right, trying to knock it down with all the fireballs, because it's faster, and you're going to want to shoot fireballs here, trying to get it there. You don't want to die. And oh, Nick took the screenshot. What are you doing, Nick?
Why, Nick? Why do you do this?
Nick, what are you doing? Okay. Got you regular scheduled Super Mario Odyssey finish of this game 1.
Yeah.
Nothing, as long as a miracle doesn't happen.
Nick, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. I know what you're doing.
And time. 106:28.66. So, that's Nick wins game 1. Vallu is very close behind. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see if he finishes off just fine. Gets to the center. It should be good. Are we going? Holy cow! They switched audios and it hurt. Okay, never mind. Basically, are we gonna try to get going for an interview, or are we just gonna go right to the next one?
No, we're not gonna go into
an interview.
Because we still have more races.
We still do have more races.
But one thing we're gonna be doing
is announcing.
No, we're not announcing anything yet, Nick, just yet. Now's probably not the time.
We should just do it. Just
No. Let's no.
Do we announce it?
No. I say no. I'm going to announce something else.
The next
a lot of people have been asking the question, are we staying all 3 races? And the answer to that, the quick answer, quick and easy.
No.
No. Coming up real quick in a second, we're going to have a pair.
2
You've seen this pair a lot throughout the tournament, and you've probably enjoyed it a lot throughout this tournament.
Okay, hold on. They're all before we announce them. They're all yelling at us to announce this thing. Basically, there's gonna be a bingo tournament coming up this summer. Everyone get ready for it. It's gonna be awesome. A Super Mario Odyssey bingo tournament. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the next 2 commentators. Can we get a drum roll, please? Twitch drum roll. Nerf and Okra. The dynamic duo. The dream team. The double play. What's another double thing? The
double trouble.
The double trouble. Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Okay. Let's just wait until Nerf and Okra get here so we can have a smooth transition. Oh, we do have a straw pull. Hold on. Let me link that straw pull. Yeah.
All right. Well, while you link that straw pull, Nerf and Okra, welcome.
Hello.
That was a spicy race, boys. Good job. Awesome job.
It was very spicy.
Very enjoyable. You guys are great.
Yeah. So, I'm going to be hopping out now. Good luck, you two.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you guys so much.
I'm about to link something in chat. It's a straw poll. Everyone filled out. It's about this SMO bingo tourney. And what's your opinion on it? I'm gonna be helping out now too. Nerf, Okra, good luck on commentating this next race. Vallu and Nick, good luck in this next run. Let's go, Vallu. I want to see game 3. Okay, peace out, everyone. Good luck.
Hotep.
Oh. Lords of
The memes. I like it. So how's everybody doing? Enjoy the first race there?
Yeah. What was everybody's thoughts on it? Let's hear some chat thoughts. Hashtag chat thoughts.
Hashtag.
That's a scary thing to ask.
Oh, I don't know about that one, but.
So we probably just taking a short break here, giving the runners, maybe quick water break, bathroom break, coffee, whatever they gotta do.
Yeah. Just a quick show of hands in the chat. Who here is relatively new to Mario Odyssey or to the any % run of this game? Or is everyone watches Nitro, everyone watches Vallu, everyone's seen this a bajillion times, just, same old song and dance. Just show of hands, who's new? Curious.
I'm old.
Dead game.
I like that one the most.
Very new. Very new, not new. Seen a mix. Alright. Everyone's watched this a bajillion times. Yeah, I mean...
Sometimes I've seen it a bajillion times 4 at a time.
Wow, that's...
Wow.
Those
4 ways.
Yeah, for those of us who have been kind of in this community from the start, because, I mean, I would say... God, how many people was it that started running Odyssey like day 1? It was like a lightning bolt, just exploded in community.
It was wild to see, even on speedruns.com, just it take over the first place spot for most run game like so quickly. Yeah, and just I think it has slowed down a little bit in the past, month, 2 months ish, but still a huge community. Tons of people playing this game. So definitely it is the case that a lot of our viewers here have seen Odyssey and the 80% speedrun, but we are going to be talking a little bit about things to expect because, again, these guys are pretty heckin' fast. Oh, extremely heckin' fast.
Extremely heckin' fast.
In case you guys don't know, we do have the world's fastest here, so...
That we do.
Yeah.
Well, so we should clarify, the record holder, but is he the world's fastest in a race setting? That is the question that we're aiming to answer today. He did win race 1 here, for 1 point for Nicro, but will he be able to pull it out in the next game and claim the tournament title on top of the world record title? That's the question.
Ooh. That would be I'd put that on my resume. People love speed.
You mean like going fast, not the drug.
Okay, I wasn't even in my mind. You put it there. You put that there.
That was the first thing I thought of. I'm awful. Oh my god.
Playing some Nintendo games.
Yeah, so
a 111.59 is spicy.
Valor here, just talking to Luigi. Gonna be doing some Balloon World in between races here, just, for the memes, I guess. He needs more coins. That's the.
Yeah. You gotta buy a couple costumes, really.
He can't do another race until he has more coins. So I'm gonna 141. That's no good.
That ain't gonna get you anywhere. Let's see this. Oh, plenty of time left. Not even worried.
Not even close. Yeah, so this is one thing. Since Vallu is playing on 1.2, the most recent patch of the game, he does have Balloon World available to him. Nicro can't do that because he's on 1.0. It doesn't exist in 1.0, so no balloon memes for Nicro, unfortunately. So Vallu blessing us with, okay, he's gonna place a balloon, try to hide it somewhere so that, send it off to the internet and have people try to find his balloon. Of course, you here watching this stream are going to know exactly where it is and how Vallu got there, but as Donkey knows, that doesn't mean it's easy.
Oh, yeah, that was quite the...
Vallu placed a balloon in the Snow Kingdom, and I think it was last night, 2 nights ago, that Donkey spent legitimately all 9,900 of his coins trying to get Vallu's balloon. He had the Twitch clip up of Vallu placing it there, just couldn't do it, and he couldn't do it. Vallu's too good.
That was, I wouldn't have known how to get that balloon. Or just been out.
Oh, it's tough.
Cold, out cold.
Yep. Yeah, just in between races here. Let's check on the SRL thing, see if it's up yet.
Get an inside look.
get the scoop. Yep. Alrighty. Yep. Okay.
I am large excited now. Who I don't want to pick favorites. I don't want to do any of that. But
you're going to anyway.
Hey now. I'm gonna try to be not biased, but I would like to see this go to Game 3. I don't know about you guys, but
oh, absolutely, that'd be great.
That would be, just regardless of who you want to win, just to, see that it's that close at the top. It would be so crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Sportsman.
Yeah. I mean, Vallu has kind of quit this game a little bit ever since the 1.2 patch and the whole patch debate within the community. It's kind of soured the experience for him. So he has been going back to running some Mario Sunshine, playing some Celeste, playing some Fortnite, just kind of playing whatever he feels like, because, it has been kind of a whole thing in the community with the versions of Mario Odyssey now. But he is still not a slouch. 107 time is pretty darn good. Actually, even with all those mistakes he made in that run, he beat my PB. So
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Destroyed mine.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Not that I'm good.
I'm not racing here though.
Let's be clear.
I'm not racing.
Let's be clear. I'm not good, but pretty fast.
I'm ready to see. And I didn't catch, everything from the last race. There were some things that I looked away for. I did look over a few times and see that there was only a 2 or 3 moon difference at some points. I think it was in Seaside. They were both a cheap at the same time, which is relatively, extremely close for what these guys are doing. So
Vallu had some struggles in the first couple of kingdoms, especially Sand Kingdom. Just all kinds of things going wrong for him. But that was about they were about a minute apart at that point, and kind of that minute difference carried out throughout the rest of the entire race, more or less. They were about a minute behind, or a minute separating them. So, Vallu did a good job keeping up and kind of recovering from that. But his goal here should be not to have that happen or that early on in the race, and just continue to play consistently as he did throughout the second half.
Yeah, and just one more point to bring up is that they've already just done one race, right? They've already just tried to go as fast as they possibly could for over an hour there, and so we may see a little bit of fatigue playing here. That's I think one that's maybe one edge Vallu has. He's pretty famous for his extremely long multiple Mario marathons, so I don't look to see any fatigue out of him.
Yeah, I know. Vallu is definitely a very, very seasoned runner here. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, honestly, it'll just be that those first couple of kingdoms, and especially like the things that were happening to him in Sand Kingdom, like dropping the bullet bill, bonking on the pillar, falling all the way down, having to get an alternate moon, like just really, really punishing things to have happen. Also Nicro dying, what was it, 2-3 times in loss?
Ooh.
It's so they want to cut out those huge mistakes and keep it down to like, I missed a spin pound or, whatever. Like, that's the goal. But we are off and away. And streams are already synced up, so, positives. Again, Vallu will have slightly faster load times because he's on the digital version of the game, so Just kind of some invisible time advantage there for Vallu throughout the course of the race.
That's unfair.
But Nicro will be doing first moon skip. We saw it in the last race. We're going to see it again here because he is on 1.0 and he can do that. Vallu did expressly give him permission. Says he doesn't mind if Nicro does do that. So Nicro said, "Thank you, sir," and he's going to go for it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna take advantage of any slight edge that they can get. I would 100% do that myself. And unfortunately,
there's that first bonk out from Vallu.
I would hate to admit to tell you how many times I've bonked on that lamp.
It is right where you want to go.
It's like exactly. If you're quick enough, you could do a long jump input, but you're already upset that you're not rolling.
Yeah, long jumping is actually interesting because at the beginning of the long jump, it sets your speed to 0 and then slowly accelerates you over the course of the long jump. You actually lose speed. If you're at top speed and you start a long jump, you immediately lose all your speed and you have to build it up over the course of the long jump animation. So it's really not what you want to do. It's kind of a very slow way of traveling. If you have the option of rolling, you want to.
Yeah, so one way to get around that is because you can't really rolling. The only thing you can do out of it immediately is a long jump. But real quick, it looks like both these guys are gonna get left side there, and that's an extremely difficult jump. Do not underestimate that. That is one of the hardest jumps in any business when it comes to room for error.
Ooh, damage from Vallu. All right, only about 2 or 3 seconds there lost. Honestly, not the worst, but. Yeah, I mean, okay, so again, mistakes are going to happen, but if they can keep the mistakes to minimal ones like that, it should be going well.
But we're at grand finals, Oprah. Let's not forget that. We had 120 some people enter this race. This started back in November, I think.
Yeah, November. I'm gonna double check on that for you, but I think it was.
Ahmed's in here. He'll correct us.
Yeah, it was like 126 people or something like that. When did this start? Group stage began on December 1st.
Oof.
Yeah. What was a while ago now. This has been going on for quite some time. So here's Necro. Oh, he did not get the vault. He has to try again.
So there, while you did see him jump off of his hat, it's not the movement he wanted there. There he gets a cap vault. The hat was a little bit too far off the ledge for him to get the vault. So he just had to reset. One of the things that can kind of hurt you on first moon skip is that if you don't do it correctly, you're going to end up losing time, while Vallu, not doing first moon skip, gets a pretty much, he doesn't have that risk there. But NicroVeda probably still going to be ahead regardless, as that one mistake shouldn't cost him the whole first moon skip.
Yep. Ooh, unfortunate ledge grab there from Vallu. And Nicro just going to be looking to quick cycle this boss here. You can actually stop the golden chain jump by jumping on it and damage it with your hat at the same time. Unfortunately, it gets too close to the wall, and so he doesn't have the distance he needs between him and Madame Brutal. So go for it again.
Well, it may not seem like it, but that's one of the biggest time losses you can have in this boss fight.
Oh, he didn't get the insta hit again. Oh, okay, here's the distance though, because he went away from the wall in the first place. So I guess that kind of worked out there, but it wasn't what he wanted to do.
If Vallu can get a clean Madame Brutal here, he can definitely regain some of that time he's going to be eating for just first moon skip. So looks like he gets a quick stop and a quick grab. Okay,
my heart.
Right, everything's fine.
My heart. Oh god. All right, see if you can do it again.
Yeah, really, you don't have a whole lot of space, like you can see here. If Madame Brutal takes one step forward there, you run out of room. So very clean fight there from Vallu. Gonna put him just half a cutscene behind here.
Well, it's just the full multi-moon, the triple banana cutscene separating these guys. Bananas, yeah. Again, since Necro did skip the first moon, and you do need 5 moons total to advance out of Cascade here, he's going to grab this moon up on the cliff, and then he needs another moon to move on. So he's going to go grab one in a treasure chest under the bridge here. Vallu will not have to grab this moon because he did get that first moon that Necro skipped. So just going to get the one on the cliff and head to the Odyssey.
Gets the fast moving up there. Kind of a little greedy there by not throwing his hat back into the wall, but he still gets to, That's a lot harder to time than it looks.
Have you met Nick? Greed is his middle name.
I understand. I understand. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you know, this is not a 20-second cutscene here, and Vallu is in it while Nicro ends it. So you know, this is still very close, especially for doing first moon skip out of Nicro.
Yeah, I mean, again, so Nicro did first moon skip, which is not available to Vallu. He's also going to be doing Sphinx clip and Turnip clip, which are also not available to Vallu. The only advantage version-wise that Vallu has over Nicro is that he is on the digital copy of the game, so he has faster load time. So it's kind of hard to see the time save that Vallu's getting, but it'll just be accumulated over the course of the run. I think it's estimated to be 10 to 15 seconds-ish over physical version.
Now, Sand Kingdom, you know, I think this is, while Sand Kingdom, there's not a whole lot of room for like death or run-ending things. There's a lot of technical tricks, including, you know, just the slight movement they do getting up to his very first moon here. You know, really optimized, and just a bunch of, I think, neat tricks that we're going to get to see here in Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, for those guys asking in chat, it is not possible to get 1.0 on digital. In fact, if you get a digital copy, it'll automatically be the most recent patch. So to get physical, or to get the version Nicro's on 1.0, you have to physically buy a copy of the game and factory reset your Switch if you already have Mario Odyssey, you know, and just disable auto updates. So Nicro is basically playing on a Mario machine right now. He doesn't play anything else on his Switch.
I don't blame him. This game's fantastic.
He's pretty dedicated to going fast.
Vallu, having a little bit of trouble there with that moon. There's really no kind of visual cue or sound cue for anything for that moon.
The top of the hill, man, easy.
Yeah, just
you would think.
The top of the sandy hill. You have perfect vision of, and Nicro gonna get the fast bullet bill movement there. We'll see if Vallu goes for that as well. The Dram strat.
The Dram strat. Vallu says, no thank you, I'm not going anywhere near that dumb strat. So not going to be doing the same thing that Nicro did. He's going to climb up this pillar here and just grab the bullet bill like normal. He's going to manipulate the bullet bill over to the left like Nicro did as well. Or, sorry, he didn't because he did Dram. But he's trying to keep this bullet bill alive so he can capture it later. He does prevent it from killing itself, so
yeah, you do have to take a specific movement there in order to get it kind of wrap around and not run into you, the wall, the cannon, or the box. So a little bit trickier than it looks. Vallu making it look very easy though, as Nicro's really showing off those spin pounds. I think one of the kind of newer optimizations in the Mario Odyssey world. We'll see just runners going for those small time saves.
So here's Nicro. He's gonna be going for the first clip into the loading zone, into the Sphinx room.
Second try.
Yeah. So he's grabbing this moon and getting all these coins. Now, coins are important in every Mario game. You know, you get 100 coins, you get a star, or a shine, or a moon, or whatever. But in this game, you do not just get... okay, so here he is trying to get the... Struggling with the second clip here. Ooh, Nicro.
The one punishing thing about this is that it is not easy, and this many flops is going to really hurt him.
Ooh, he's not going to make the bird cycle in the Oasis now. He's going to have to do notes. But like I was saying, that does hurt. But you do not just get the moon for having 100 coins. As you can see, Nicro has over 100 coins. Coins do persist from kingdom to kingdom. And so within each kingdom, you have the option of going to the store and purchasing a moon for 100 coins. And in the 80% route, we do that twice. So the entire route costs 200 coins. So that Sphinx room is very important. Although Vallu not getting a whole heck of a lot of coins, excuse me, out of there. So might have to.
A little low. The chest will give him 50, and he'll
give him 50, so he'll be at 140. So we'll still need 60 coins between now and Snow Kingdom, but he will be able to make the purchase in Wooded.
Yeah, and now, what other kingdom do we buy moons in? What should I be looking out for, Okra?
Everything. Pay attention to everything.
Everything?
Obviously.
Come on. I mean, you're the number guy, and that's on you.
Yeah.
But This race is what they're on 1 moon difference, or they're trailing by 1 moon, and Nicro is gonna have to go for a backup. He gets the bird. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, okay. I didn't think he was gonna make that one.
It's not the fastest bird that we can see.
Yeah.
We'll get a quicker one, but still quick enough to get over there. So as you can see, the bird for Vallu is extremely early.
So he's no problems for Vallu there getting that bird. Is gonna come right to him.
Now, as long as motion controls helps him out. They never mess up, right? Okay, I've never once seen a runner.
No, motion controls
input and it fail. I've never seen it. Everybody loves motion controls.
Excuse me, sorry.
I'm glad I need them.
Got something in my throat.
Something making you sick.
I love motion controls. So to briefly touch on that, you can throw your hat by shaking the controller or by pressing the button. If you press a button, you can then shake again to have it home in on stuff, like homing in on the bird or coins or a capture target, things like that. So you can like press the button to hold your hat in place. Mario goes and runs away somewhere else. And then you shake the hat, and from where it was, where you left it, it'll home in on something and capture it. So you'll see them do that later on in this run, but just things to keep in mind. And the motion controls always work. They never mess up, ever. Sorry, excuse me.
We're actually going to see a possible scary motion control input here from Nicro. This zipper, he gets the first try there. That's kind of one of the major mistakes that you could make here in Lake Kingdom. Lake Kingdom being a very short kingdom. It's actually really short. But so there's not a whole lot of room for error, but missing that zipper there is one of the most punishing ones. Looks like Vallu's going to get it just fine as well. Excellent. And then we're going to become one of these cheaps. Nintendo got it right. A fish is faster than a man underwater, so we're gonna grab the fish.
Yeah, and you still see Nicro and Vallu spinning a lot here. The spinning is not necessary to go at the top speed. You can just swim at top speed. But if you turn or stop to, grab a moon or something, you are at 0 velocity. So the spin does get you up to top speed. So they just keep doing that in case they fall below top speed. It's really just kind of a prevention measure.
Yes, yeah. There's no downside to doing it. And we're off to our just boss.
It's a boss fight.
It's a boss fight.
It's funny.
Keeping in with the Mario theme, you gotta jump on things. Just jump on them at the right time, and he poofs and turns into moons. That fuels our ship. But why do the moons have eyes, Ochre?
What? You want to talk about things in Mario games with eyes? Oh my god. Where to start? It's creepy, man. Things with eyes that should not have eyes.
They fuel our ship, so I guess we're happy.
Yeah, I mean, well...
As this race just seems to be getting closer and closer, or staying the same, I'll have to count it here. But it feels like Vallu's creeping up here.
Yeah, definitely the lead that Nicro had out of Cascade is shrinking significantly. This is no longer just the Nicro show, I would say.
I completely agree. We're looking at, what, a 15-second difference here. Vallu started that cutscene as Nicro ended it, and that is a 15-second cutscene. Yeah, so if anybody's run this game, they know how much time you're going to lose because you got back to the globe and you already don't have 15 seconds compared to your
so that feels there's a 14-second difference between our runners right now. Whew.
This is spicy. Yeah. Now Wooded Kingdom's probably one of, me personally, one of the scariest kingdoms, but also one of the most fun kingdoms. You're gonna see pretty much every trick we have pulled out when it comes to Mario's movement options.
Yeah, this is one of the most movement intensive kingdoms in the entire any percent run. This and Luncheon, I feel like, are the most movement intensive. So this is where the going really starts getting tough, and lots of things can go really, really wrong here. But both our runners getting the nice quick bunny kill or bunny hit there. He didn't kill the bunny, but you hit him with the rock. Okay. And Nicro gets the heart skip. Will Vallu get the heart skip as well?
You know what? I have faith. You know, I
believe.
You know,
I believe.
You know, I don't think I've seen a fail hard skip.
Ooh,
easy,
clean.
easy,
clean, boys.
So in case you guys don't know what we're talking about there, it's hard skip is when you don't accidentally try to buy the heart instead of the moon. For some reason, there's delay input on the menu there, so you're trying to go fast, you're spamming through, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in a menu trying to buy a heart and something you don't want. So clean hard skip.
Yeah. It's a little thing, but you know, we've run this game before, and it's mildly triggering when the game's like, you want to buy the heart? Like, no. So yeah, very nice there.
Ooh, Vallu's going for the triple here.
Ooh, he's got the double. There's a triple. Oh, and he bonks into the wall. That's really unfortunate. He's gonna have to grab the upper here. Only a minor time loss, but yeah, a little unfortunate there. You do want to get that trick if you're going for it. Nicro in the flooded pipeway section. This section's a little bit weird because the water level is on a cycle as well as all the paths of the fuzzies are on cycles, so you have to go at a specific speed. You cannot go too fast and you cannot go too slow if you want to get through on the fastest cycle without taking damage. But Nicro makes it look easy, not even sweating.
Yes, as Vallu can get it here. Kind of doing a jump out of the water at the end there. Is what we want to see.
And he gets it as well. Very nice there.
As Nicro gets an incredibly clean climb, that kind of being another really punishing area here in Wooded Kingdom. As you are kind of waiting on cycles, but as well as kind of manipulating. We're going to see Vallu do it here. He turns his camera up so high, right there, to spawn this uproot. He's a little late on it. He needed to turn a little bit earlier. As you can see, that enemy took a little bit longer to spawn there, but not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's okay. And Nicro are going to be breaking this nut open to reveal a moon. Intentional bonk there into the wall. That's optimal.
You know what? This time it is. You know, some bonks are good, Okra. Some bonks are good.
I know there was a large meme in the chat like, "Oh, an optimal bonk," but like actually, yeah, like
Ooh,
like
another clean optimal.
Yeah, nice there from Vallu.
An OB.
Nicro gonna be going for flower path skip here.
He's gonna ignore
instant roll cancel, and the triple jump off the railing, no problems.
You know what, Okra? I was practicing that strat for like 30 minutes the other day.
Ooh, and the insta-nut from Nicro!
I don't think we've seen that yet. I don't think we've seen that.
We have to explain insta-nut. Let's see if Vallu gets this first, and then we'll explain insta-nut. Oh, did he get the full distance? He did.
Yeah, he got it.
So if you bonk into a nut, it immediately breaks the nut, but you're in the bonk animation like Vallu just showed there. He bonked to break the nut. No big deal. What Nicro did was he bonked and landed on the same frame. So he did not have the bonking animation despite bonking to break the nut. So insta nut, because you can grab it immediately. Very impressive there.
Almost, you know, you go for it every time, but it's so precise that it's
it's really, it's finicky in my experience. But
you're trying to bonk intentionally there. Like our runners aren't just like, oh, they got too close. Like, no, they're trying to break the nut in that fashion. So you know, you pretty much go for it regardless because you're trying to bonk anyway.
And yeah, so here you see Nicro fighting Spirit top the Wooded Kingdom. What should we know about this fight, Nerf?
No, it's the hardest fight, but there is a harder fight because the arena changes a little bit later with this guy, so make sure you look out for that.
Yeah, it completely changes the entire fight, honestly. So
you may fight this guy again, and it may be significantly harder, but I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, no spodals, no spodals. We'll get there.
No spodals.
No spodals.
No spoilers.
We'll get there.
But you know, again, I think a few bonks from Vallu, not a big deal. We're both still looking at probably less than a 20-second time difference here. So this is huge coming out of Wooded Kingdom. You know, with the amount of mistakes that could have been made. You know, I think Vallu had an unfortunate death in the last Wooded run, and it was still extremely close. So expect him to, you know, even if he just plays, you know, at that same interval, keeping not losing any time by errors, his load times will let him just slowly creep up. So, you know, even be looking out for that.
Yeah, and about 18 or 19 seconds between our runners here out of Wooded. It's still a close race, honestly. Woo. Loving it.
That's what I want to see. Now we're gonna be off to the Cloud Kingdom. Up in the clouds, we're gonna be beating up a man in a nice suit. I don't know why I don't know why this happened.
No, if I'm gonna be honest, for some reason I thought that you said Clown Kingdom.
It is
like,
the Clown Kingdom.
Well, that's fitting because we're fighting a clown.
I want some Clown Kingdom DLC. I want some nightmare fuel.
Yeah. But yeah, so fighting Bowser, there's an optimal way of doing this. Both the runners are going to be going for it. Going to be rolling to get the very first fast hat grab here from Nicro. Gets it. So Bowser throws his hat as you. It's in an attack animation. If you throw your hat at it, it knocks it out of its attack animation and it's vulnerable to be grabbed. If you are that close and in the air at the right spot, you will both knock it out of its attack animation and grab it at the same time. And Nicro does it again there with a backflip. So you're going to be seeing them do that, attempt to do that for all 3 cycles.
Yeah, the most important factor here is that they're above the hat and then that they attack the hat at the correct time. Not too early or not too late. Too early is the most punishing. Like, sadly, we just get to see from Nicro there. He hit it too early, so Bowser immediately takes it back. He's going to go do a more traditional backup strat there. If he would have hit it too late, he would have still had an opportunity to grab the hat, but not the fastest, as we may get to see Vallu get it right here. And Vallu gets it there, so getting that is quite a big time loss there for Nicro. So
yeah, given that they were, 15 to 20-ish seconds apart out of Wooded, that's some nice time save there from Vallu.
Now we're gonna go to the Lost Kingdom. Lost Kingdom's, I think no kingdom feels better than Lost Kingdom when you do it right, because you're just surrounded by huge mistakes. And there's cutscene triggers we're trying to avoid. There's this purple instant death stuff everywhere. There's this incredibly difficult tree jump that we see Nicro do, and he just makes it look so easy.
Like, see Vallu, he only gets the double jump, but I think it'll be enough. Yep.
Oh, very clean. So, I mean, just starting off Lost Kingdom with one of, the harder jumps in the game. That jump being called the meme tree jump, and rightfully so.
Yeah, but the reason they're taking this strange path around the Lost Kingdom is to avoid a cutscene trigger zone, which will trigger the bird Klepto. You remember Klepto from Mario 64, Shifting Sandland? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Klepto will steal your hat if you activate the cutscene, so we're just not going to go trigger it. What we are going to do is go up to Klepto to make the bird think that he's in a fight with us, so he thinks he already has the hat. And now we can no longer trigger the cutscene with what Nicro just did and Vallu's going to do here. So now the bird thinks it has the hat. Actually, I don't know. Did Vallu trigger it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Yeah. We know we triggered it because we hear the music change. That's the one thing we're looking for. We didn't get to hear no Vallu's, but the bird did turn around. So, and he already walked down here. We're good. So
I heard Nicro's, so I knew he did, but I couldn't hear Vallu. I was like, I don't know what he did. I have faith. I have faith.
And Necro going for a very scary strat here. Gets it, and then we're going to see another scary strat from him.
Ooh, it's the spin pound dive. Nice. So Vallu taking a little bit of a safer approach to that moon, but can get it all the same.
Both players getting definitely that's close. Very important for Vallu because he is low on coins when he came out of sand, looking at 83. So he's as long as he's paying attention to it, he'll be fine. But again, a very small lead from Nicro here. This is really close. I think he pulled it a little bit closer there.
I'm not sure, honestly. It's such a close race. I mean,
it's like pretty much clearing the same text boxes right after each other. This is extremely hype, guys. And now we're coming up on Night Metro. Night Metro. Yeah, a really punishing area, Okra, right? Like just super punishing when it comes to the, any mistakes here.
Especially in the dark Metro, there's a lot of vertical ascent. Well, Nicro going for the silly strat here.
That saves 1 second. Folks.
Saves 1 second to do that versus what Vallu's doing. So good on you, Nicro. But Vallu just saying, I'm gonna play it safe. But yeah, a lot of vertical ascent here at Nighttime Metro. So any bonk anywhere or anything that goes wrong, and you could be falling all the way down, have to climb all the way back up. So it can be really, really punishing to have mistakes in this area. But
Vallu, I'm glad he did that hat twirl there. because he was extremely close on that.
Oh, and there is the bonk! Okay. He saves himself, but now he has to climb all the way back up, just like I said. That's really unfortunate. It's better than having fallen down the chasm, fallen to his death, but that is quite a large thing to have happen there. It's really unfortunate.
Not the end of the world. Again, a death there would have been maybe, but as Nicro just did one more jump here to get out of the City Hall climb.
Yeah, that's another, this interior of the town hall can be, it's another vertical ascent area where if you fall a long way, and Vallu didn't quite get that pole grab there, so goes for it again.
A quick backup there, though. I think it was a little bit too close. So
Nicro is now fighting the Mecha Wiggler. This is one of the only instances in the any % run of RNG where specifically the Wiggler spawns on the wall, and the way in which it moves is random. So it can be kind of difficult to line up the shot that you want and hit all the segments here. So that sometimes you'll see a 3 cycle every once in a while from a runner. Hopefully we won't see it today. We want to kill this guy as fast as possible. See what happens here. Nicro has to hit all these body segments on the wall in order to successfully kill the Wiggler on this cycle.
Looks like he gets a clean...
That was some really good RNG for him, actually.
Yeah, killing it before it stops moving is pretty much the best you can ask for. And that was it for Nicro. So very clean ball.
So Vallu's just now finishing up the manipulation as well, and gonna be coming into that very same phase. Let's see what kind of RNG he gets here for... Okay, so...
He gets the fireballs coming on the left.
Yeah.
A little bit more punishing.
Ooh, that's high up on the wall. That's kind of awkward.
But he's ready for it.
He's a Splatoon player. He can do this. Ooh.
That's gonna be punishing.
Ooh,
no. So he shot the ones at the top there, expecting it to work. Myself expecting that to work too.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I truly do not know why that one shot did not break those 2 orbs.
Sometimes it's I don't know if it's like a hitbox detection or iframes or whatever, but sometimes the segments just don't get hit, and the game says, "Ha, you thought that you got it, didn't you?" So, really unfortunate there from Vallu. That's a pretty significant time loss, having to wait for the 3rd cycle to kill the Wiggler. So, pretty solid lead for Nicro now coming into the Daytime Metro segment, where you have to collect just a ton of moons.
Good clip first try there.
Very nice.
Yeah, the one thing that really punished Vallu there was that another random thing that can happen in that fight is if the fireballs that shoots out start on the right or the left first, and it did start on the left, so he just got a crazy pattern mixed with that. The left side fireball is kind of coming at you at a different timing that you're not used to, as it does seem to favor the right side.
Yeah, good bench from Nicro. And again, here in Metro, this is kind of the largest kingdom, or the longest kingdom in the run by Nintendo's design. They love this kingdom. This is their crowning jewel. They want you to spend lots of time here, so you need 20 moons to advance, rather than like 10.
But it's fun, it's kind of a, we get to see a lot of platforming. Again, still sticking with the Metro 3, and there's a lot of tall buildings, so any mistakes you make are...
Clean clip from Vallu. Very nice.
And a very clean roll cancel there. Triple jump from Nicro. That being a pretty tricky trick.
Just seeing some really nice movement options out of these runners right now, honestly. This is... Oh, Vallu actually didn't get that hat warp, so he has to go through his cap again at it.
Ooh, bonk from Nicro there. Oh, he gets that moon. That's always a very scary moment, I think, for myself and runners. You're diving at very high. You dive off, you miss that moon, you go off that building, it's over. But just fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, Nicro, he gets the ground pound snipe.
The bullseye.
Woo! Swag. Vallu gonna be getting the dumpster and then climbing up that same skyscraper. Nitro just rolls through these people. Just get out of my way, nerds. I need a moon to get. I have a moon to get. A little bit of struggles trying to get on the platform there, but he gets it. Oh. Okay. Trying to decide which direction he wants to jump. I understand the struggle.
Ooh, and a very clean tower climb from Vallu there. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't know how to talk either.
Yeah, I don't know why they put us up here.
Memes?
I don't know why they let us do this, Oka. But
speaking of memes, yow.
Ooh, now we're gonna get our favorite musicians of all time here in the Mario universe, maybe. Which are probably a far
Dude, you just talked over the yow.
What? Dude, it's not as important.
But it's the yow. Alright. Chat, please get your OTEPs ready. Calling all the OTEPs in the chat. Hello, OTEPs. Hello.
Bass Fest is my favorite time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of year. Here we go. Yay!
It'll never get old.
Never.
As Vallu's going to be just finishing up his musicians here, as Nicro's going to be heading off to Snow Kingdom. Another kingdom where we are going to have to buy moons. Vallu's looking clean right now on coins. We'll see if Nicro's looking just fine as well. I think he was like 120.
Yep, so there is Vallu getting the first musician, going to head to the second. And so this will be a silent OTEP. We won't be hearing this, but the silent OTEP is the deadliest. Don't underestimate the silent OTEP. And so my question for you, Nerf, is going to be, how dead is Captain Toad?
Oh, both of these runners are going to destroy him, and you know it.
Yeah, he's going to get murdered in cold blood, honestly.
You're going to see it from Nicro here. It's this poor, innocent Captain Toad stranded out in the tundra, and he gives us a moon, and we destroy his igloo. So we'll see how much of the igloo the runners destroy. Will they save Captain Toad? Will they save Captain Toad?
I guess we should give some context. The radius for talking to Captain Toad, because Captain Toad gives you a moon. He's a nice guy. Radius for talking to him is pretty far away. You don't have to destroy his shelter and make him freeze out here in the cold. But most runners throw a cap at him, completely destroying his barrier from the outside world. He's gonna freeze his ass.
He's probably. I fear he won't make it tonight.
Poor Captain Toad.
And Nicro just doesn't have time for saving lives. He's got to power his ship and save his girlfriend.
He's got to spin and pound away. Say, see you, nerd. Oh man, brutal, savage. Wrecked.
Nicro is entering the inside portion of Snow Kingdom here. Destroying the boxes a little bit. Those were neatly stacked in order for shipping, but it's okay. They'll figure it out. Not our problem. You know, and I've never seen somebody break that many boxes there.
It was calculated. It was meant to do that. So Nacro gonna buy his second and final purchase moon, getting the heart skip.
That's 2 successful
Vallu
saves quite.
He tried. He tried.
You know, just one small hole. We'll see.
He didn't like throw his hat at the guy, break his entire home. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You know, lately there's been a lot more, you know, toad crime on the rise. That's a little bit nicer to see.
Good guy Vallu, man.
Good Vallu. Yeah. We'll see if Vallu gets a clean box jump there. Getting a little bit of time back on Nicro, which is, you know, every small mistake Nicro makes is a chance for Vallu to catch up there. Nicro's going to be entering the Blowy Joey room. One of my favorite rooms here in the kingdom. Never forget. Never forget.
Oh my god. So these enemies, Blow and Wind, are called Typhoons. But everyone likes to call them Blowy Joeys.
Everyone. It's official. You know, Okra won't admit it, but he did say Blowy Joey one time.
I have no such recollection of this event.
He caved. Nicro wanting to, you know, knock that Spiny off at the same time, but he bails out a little bit early and just knocks it off with his hat. It's a little bit quicker than, you know, attempting to get a good angle to blow it off the right way.
Nice spin pound there from Vallu.
Mm-hmm. You know, spin pounds, you know, while you can buffer a lot of them, it does take 2 rotations to get it going, so you do have to be pretty quick. So, a quick save there from Vallu. Vallu really showing off a lot of his swag, even though you know, getting into some risky situations.
Yeah, and just for some context for those in the audience who are familiar with Mario Sunshine, but not this game maybe, or as intimately familiar with this game, in Mario Sunshine you can spin the control stick around once. Ooh, Vallu. That's really unfortunate. Oh, exiting to the home menu. A little triggered. In Sunshine, you can spin the control stick around 1 time and jump, and you'll do a spin jump. But in this game, you need to make 2 full rotations to do a spin jump. Also, oh man, Vallu. Really unfortunate death there.
Yeah, and entering this room after a death kind of makes the cycles a little bit different than if you entered the room through normal loading. So.
Yeah. But a ground pound out of a spin jump comes out faster and allows you to roll sooner and just get going faster. Vallu forgets he needs the Taifu here to blow these Spinies out. Okay, he lives. So buffering the double spin inputs for the spin jump ground pound is kind of the highest level movement strat there is, aside from dive vaults, which I'm not going to talk about because those are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicro now closing out Snow Kingdom as Vallu still has to do a side room and a half. Quite a lead coming out for Nicro here.
Yeah, there's 2 very unfortunate deaths there. Kind of just stacked on top of each other. The first death made it so the next cycle was hard or you know, not something you're used to. You know, your muscle memory is pretty set in that room.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Kind of an awkward scenario to have to find yourself in there, but what can you do?
As Nicro's now heading off to Seaside, Vallu just needing 3 more moons and he's out of there. 2 more now. Going for the triple jump here. Oh, it does not get it. Gonna have to back out.
Yeah.
Go for a long jump. Not a big deal. Oh,
oh no! Ah, that's really unfortunate. Yep, so there is a backup strat here. You can just long jump across from this platform here. Looks like Vallu will be going for it. It's a little tight, but definitely achievable.
Oh yeah, making it with ease.
Yeah, so Vallu still does have to head into the one last side room and grab the last moon before he can move on to Seaside, as Nicro is already making some progress. Got the first moon up on the cliff side there, which was a little bit of a demanding, you know, you need full verticality out of all parts of your jump to get there. It gets the moon in the little warp pipe. Gonna go grab this kind of awkward moon here where you're supposed to grab a Gushin and you know, use its jet to kind of get up here, but with some slick platforming, you can just do it yourself.
Oh yeah, and that room being, you know, your camera angle is the worst enemy in that room. But
yeah. Kind of hard to tell exactly how far or close that moon is to the camera, like the view that you're looking at. And you can't really change your angle at all, so kind of stuck there with that one.
Which one do you like more, Okra? Seaside or Snow? The people want to know. The people want to know.
Do you mean like as a Kingdom casually or in the any percent run? Because
both. Hit me with both.
Ah, dude. I'm gonna say Seaside for both.
Seaside for both?
For both. Fight me.
Disappointing. You know what? I like Seaside except for the cheap section of the 80%.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I mean, you do all these technical. Oh. You know, you just. Maybe it's because I just can't get out of there without fish bonking at least once.
Get good.
What? Excuse me. rude sake.
So there's that cliff jump from Vallu. It gets full height up to the moon, no problem. Nicro just needs 2 more moons where he can boogie on out of here.
Boogie on out. Yeah, this is another kingdom where we, you may have noticed, not every kingdom has a boss in it. We're not required to fight the bosses, other than, just a few instances. We only need a set amount of moons per kingdom. As long as we get those, we can get out on our way.
Yeah, it just so happens that for some kingdoms, fighting bosses makes getting moons easier, faster. So we do that.
Yes, yeah, so most bosses give a multi-moon, so it is beneficial.
Yeah. Man, Nicro closing out Seaside Kingdom here. Definitely a huge lead over Vallu.
Yeah, looking about half a kingdom ahead. So Vallu's going to need some pretty big mistakes out of Nicro here.
Yeah. And again, so Nicro heading into Luncheon is going to be doing the turnip clip, which is unavailable to Vallu. So just kind of at an inherent disadvantage, looking out at the rest of the run anyway. Not looking too hot right now. Just looking to capture this cheap, and there we go. See, the motion controls never fail. Never.
I've never seen it. Never seen them fail. I closed my eyes that time, so I never saw it.
I guess that's one strategy.
Nicro getting that, the very first jump in Luncheon is one of the harder ones in the game, and Nicro making it look easy. I didn't see if he did it off the salt pile. Did you?
I did not.
We're terrible, Okra. But we closed our eyes for that motion control input, guys. Sorry. We just gotta.
I was memeing. Memeing. By the way, it's the refight with Spirit on Nicro's screen. What's different?
Everybody knows this is the hardest fight in the game because the arena is now rectangular. Believe it or not.
Oh my!
Thrown a mix up in there.
Yo! Wow. He made it look so easy.
It's because it is. But it's rectangular.
It's so different. Yeah. So there's Vallu closing out Seaside, heading to Luncheon himself. And here's where we see the start of movement options here in Luncheon. Oop! Nicro, what he wanted to do was land on the
tush.
He wanted to land on the mini platform there, not the Pepto, and also not to bonk. But a really cool movement here in Luncheon so far. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see lots of spin pounds, some turnip manipulation, and motion controls. Lots of motion controls. So please look forward to it. Yeah, so here's a triple jump. He's going to do a triple jump into a wall jump here. And he threw his hat while he did that wall jump, used motion controls to break that crate, reveal a moon. Very slick movement there from Nicro. He does want the golden turnip, not that one.
The gold boy.
That one. There you go.
Once he gets his Kobe. Luncheon Kingdom, the geometry is just super weird here, right? So we get to see a lot of, kind of unique movement that we don't see in other kingdoms, and camera manipulations that we're going to see in Nicro here. Nicro having a little bit of trouble. Ooh, makes it back on top of the pillar. Falling there would have been death. So as Vallu finishes up his refight with Spirit, hopefully he gets this. Oh, looking easy, looking clean, out of there, no problem. Oh, Nicro almost misses that cycle.
Yeah. So he's going to be heading into the Forks room here. There was a route kind of option where you could do either Forks or a Lava Bubble room, but Forks is faster if you use motion controls to do all these up throws and homing in throws and motion controls. Woo! Yeah! Speed! All right! Pretty clean from Nicro there. And he's gonna not get that lava bubble. Wait, and then get that one. Abuse some kind of weird wall geometry here to land there and then land there. Thanks, Nintendo.
Oh, yes. Now, one difference we are going to see here is Nicro's going to be going for the cheese skip. Now, you want to... I've never done it. You're 1.0, Okra.
Yeah.
Tell us what it's about. What is it about?
So basically, you're supposed to break some cheese blocks and pull a switch to destroy this crate, but you can put the turnip there and then recapture the hammer bro to just clip right through, because hitbox detection. Yeah. I could do that actually really, really quickly. First attempt, minimal setup. That was really impressive. Far cry from the first race where he tried to do that clip, what, like 6 or 7 times? So, really, really nice time save there from Nicro. And again, Vallu will not have that option available to him. He does have to capture the frying pan bro and throw frying pans at the cheese blocks to break the cheese blocks and pull the switch to break the crate rather than just clipping into it.
Yeah, that moon being, another instance of RNG will make it to see it from Vallu here. As the pan bro just kind of does throw his pans, just randomly. Randomly, it seems.
It's definitely like a random, like angle and height. So you can't really predict where the frying pans are going to be when you press the button. It's just, you spray and pray. It's all there is to it. Unfortunate bump there.
Fork term. I don't know why anybody does it.
Motion controls, dude. It's fast.
Bring back Potaboo. Hashtag bring back Potaboo.
Yeah, I mean, we joke about motion controls a lot, but it is faster in many, many cases than just using the buttons. Just some things you can't do without the motion controls, or, it's not as fast, so... Thanks, Nintendo, I think. But yeah, here's that section I was talking about. Vallu's gonna have to grab this. It's not a hammer, bro. It's a frying pan, bro. And break these cheese blocks here to reveal a switch. So he's just putting his face up into the cheese. So as soon as it comes out of his hand, it breaks the block. There's no RNG with that. Just my face is in the block. The block will break. There you go.
Yeah, gets right up and it's just like a shotgun. Yeah, Nicro's gonna be off onto Ruin Kingdom, right?
Yeah, this is actually the hardest kingdom in the entire run. There's lots of frame perfect tricks here, and RNG manipulation and all kinds of things that just have to happen for it to go right.
Why do I feel like you're lying to me?
Because I am.
Okra.
This fight's not. It's not a scroller.
It's the worst. As you can see, we're fighting a dragon. Everybody, fighting a dragon. It's a little weird, but I don't mind. But the one thing that does suck about this kingdom or this boss fight alone is, unlike every other boss fight in this game, we have really no way to speed it up. We can only take it at the pace that it allows us to take it at.
Yeah.
Nicro here is essentially taking some damage there, so he can be on the dragon's face. As soon as it allows him to pull those pins out, then he'll pull the pins out. But he's just gotta wait. You go through 3 cycles and then you're out.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it were more exciting because it's a freaking dragon, But as far as well, not just the any percent run, any run that goes through this kingdom, which is everything but nipple percent. This sucks.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Odd May, I have. He told me I have it. I'm gonna say this one more time. I have it on good terms that if you jump through one of those hula hoops, you just instantly win the game. If you can jump through one of those hula hoops without taking damage.
I'm gonna say probably not.
You have you ever tried? Have you ever done it?
Well, no. festival percent and chef percent. I didn't know those were things. Yeah, but those would also not go through ruin. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, all the main categories do have to do this kingdom, and it just sucks. It just sucks. So Nycro's going to be moving on to Bowser's Kingdom, which is way more exciting.
Yes, much more exciting as Vallu enters ruin himself there, being about probably, sadly, around
3 minutes-ish.
Yeah, the 2 to 3 minute mark there.
Yeah.
Running a big error from Nicro for Vallu to really be able to get back in the race here. But anything can happen. We're coming up on probably one of the most if anything's gonna kill your run, okay, we all know is more than likely gonna be Bowser's. Bowser's being a real big run killer. While it is a gauntlet of platforming and boss fights, and you're just surrounded by pitfalls, so anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. it's not as movement intensive as Wooded and Luncheon are, but it's definitely
it's punishing. Mistakes there are usually a bad bonk is death. You know what I mean? Like if we're all the gaps we cross, you know, it's just, you know, pitfall.
It's a gauntlet in the truest sense. You have to survive until the end and have everything go generally right, or you're gonna be a sad panda. So here's Nicro coming up on the ogre here, which I thought would be like the modern version of a swamp, but Nintendo's like, no, it's an ogre, it's different. So there you go. He gets the first story moon. But yeah, so that was the first story moon in the Bowser's Kingdom. You saw Nicro get there. There are, and all of them are required to move on to the next phase of the kingdom. So you do have to get all the story moons here. I know we like to ignore them in the inner percent run generally, but you have to get them here. And in fact, that's not even enough.
Not enough, Okra. The game always wants us to do more.
It's never enough, man. It's just, we as speedrunners are not good enough for this game. You heard it here first. So in addition to the story moons, you have to get 2 additional non-story moons in order to move on. So generally you see... Oh, unfortunate bump there for Nicro. Yeah. Generally you see runners go for different options in the non-story moves that they choose to get, but at this level of play, it's more or less settled which ones they're going to be going for. So we're going to see Nicro, if he can ever get on top of this wall here. Ooh.
Oh, you know...
he wants the moon shard really bad. He really does.
Mean, he
it's just not happening.
Oh, Nicro.
It's just not happening. Oh, man.
Come on. Just take his time. Line up his camera.
Yeah, so there's the 4th moon shard. And the moon shard is one of the story moons, so this isn't even one of the optional ones he's going for. He needs to get
already
these
has
shards.
That one. Nicro, come on. He's getting back in. Those are the mistakes that he cannot afford to make. That's being a little bit rough there.
Yeah. So after this story moon here, he's going to grab one of the non-story moons up on the wall. Vallu grabbing the bird. He's not going to... No, okay, he's ditching it. There used to be a strat involving that bird in one of the other options for your non-story moons, but Vallu's just using it to get up the wall.
It's the moon I go for.
It's the moon I go for because it's easy.
The one you're going to see these guys go for is so scary.
It's spooky, yeah.
You're at the end of your run. You're at the end of Bowser's Kingdom. Just like, give me an easy moon. Let me get out of here.
Yeah.
The guys go for a risky one, and we'll point it out when we get there. As NicroVeda is going to be coming up on his boss fight section here. And he's going to refight Topper, the very first brutal we saw, and then one we haven't seen. Which one do you think he's going to go for first? Oh, well, we already know now.
Well, now we know.
We've seen it. Too late on
Which one do you think Vallu is going to go for?
I was going to... I think Vallu's the Topper first. No, he's the Harriet first, right?
I think he's the Harriet first.
I think both.
Both our runners are Harriet first, which is upsetting to me because I'm a Topper first.
I am the Topper first because I like my runs to die sooner.
Maybe there's a reason we're not as pro level as these guys.
Yeah.
It's because we do Topper first.
Yeah, maybe that's the difference. The RNG minute. Wow.
RNG manipulation, Kappa.
Huge Kappa.
Huge, yeah.
Vallu making this section look a little bit easier than Nicro made it. Getting a little bit of time back there on him, which is something he does need to do.
So here's the topper fight. We fought him back in Cap Kingdom like, 50 minutes ago. We're fighting him again now, but he has more hats. Completely different. It actually is a little different because sometimes it's hard to pinpoint, snipe that one hat out of the ring of all the hats, but Nicro makes it look super easy. Not even sweating.
More hats.
More hats.
I'm starting to think that maybe this game is about hats.
But it's called Odyssey. Why would it be about hats? That would be
is
like
it about our ship or hats? Or
But the ship is a hat.
But is it about a woman? Wait, the ship is a hat. So okay, so it's not about the ship. Okay. We're figuring things out here on this one, guys. We're solving riddles that need to be answered.
So here's
Nicro. Oh yeah, explain it. What makes this so rough?
You can fall to your death here unless you.
Oh, is he in?
Okay.
Oh.
So that's the second non-story moon. It's casual. Not a drop of sweat.
You know what? I've never seen somebody mess it up, but man, does it look like they're about to every time.
Oh, I've practiced it and I have messed it up, and let me tell you, it hurts. It just hurts my soul. That was super swag from Nicro.
Super swaggy. Excuse me, sir? Oh, but he's gonna have to fall a little bit.
What?
Oh, he's going for the next corner grab.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He's memeing Nicro.
I mean,
you scoundrel, you.
He's trying to grab this ledge right here. Definitely not saving any time on it, but if he would have gotten that, I would have been like, what?
Yeah, I don't think it's actually faster to grab the awkward corner there, but it is swag, I guess.
Well, if it's not faster, and you still go for it, that officially makes it swag. So
yeah, you're right. So here's the Mecha Brutal fight from Nicro. We're gonna see some super fast swaggy strats there. First spin pound coming out.
Now the most important thing here is that the runners stay on top of the mecha.
Just as you say that, he fails to do it.
Excuse me, I cursed.
He missed the quick ground pound onto the second glass cockpit, so now he's down here, gonna grab a bird and try to climb back up, but he can't yet.
This is one of the more punishing cycles to fall off, or if falling off at all here sucks. Just as I was saying, the one thing that we don't want to see is that they do fall off, as the backup can be pretty punishing. You are waiting on cycles here. You can just see how much time this hurts. It hurts.
Yep. So definite time loss coming out there from Nicro.
Oh, that's brutal. Or see if you can get the third one here.
In fact.
Oh my, Okra. Excuse me.
I'm not sorry.
Excuse me.
I'm not sorry.
I noticed. Necro gets on top of there. Gonna play a little bit of whack-a-mole, but he gets it this time.
Alright.
That last one.
So yep. Just one Mecha Brutal fight separating the two runners right now. If Vallu can stay on top, we'll have some.
Definitely get some time back there.
Yeah.
To stay in this race.
He's not get eared. Ooh,
he gets it. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, those ears can. Oh my god!
Oh, he jumped a little bit too early there. His momentum got added up with the Mecha Brutal, kind of sending him unexpectedly forward. So sadly, he's not going to be able to capitalize on that time.
I've seen it all, Nerf. I've seen it all now.
At this point, yes, I've seen it.
Oh,
I've seen people clip through this boss. Now he does still need the green one. Hopefully he is aware of that. That is going to make this cycle a little bit harder.
Yeah, he can't get the fast hit while the boss.
Yeah.
It kind of like
he can go for it.
He can go for it. The boss does lean back though, and so on the sides don't move when it leans back, but the back does like go down. So I don't think he's gonna get it. Yeah.
Okay, if he stays here, he could be good.
He can get on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, he gets it.
The ground. Hello.
That's what I'm saying. You get on those railings right there. You just, as long as you don't get the, it's easier to get the brutal than it is to get the small part in between him and the platform. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
Believe it or not, it once you're down there, the green guy's a little bit freer. Believe it or not, but more free. Sorry, but Vallu knocking out. Oh, you know what? I hate to admit this, but some ugly, brutal fights there right at the end there. Maybe honestly. some fatigue showing up from both of our runners here. You know, they are, over 2 hours deep into, some pretty intense runs. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Nicro now looking to be about a minute ahead or so. Looks like he's got the run in the bag unless something goes really horribly wrong here in the Moon Kingdom. Trying to think, like, a couple of things could go wrong, but with the amount of practice that this guy has, I mean, this guy plays Odyssey a little bit, playing once or twice. Don't think we're gonna see something too major go wrong for Nicro here.
That's what you say, Okra.
I know, I say that now, and immediately I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I? But I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna stick with it. I stand by it. Looks like it's gonna get the Moon Cave skip here. Yep, first try. No problem.
Oh yeah, Moon skip being pretty insignificant for our runners these days. While we just have a very consistent setup for it. So. Yeah,
it's definitely a lot more understood now than it was in the first week or so of the game when we knew about it, but it was. I mean, so here's a history fun fact for you actually. Is I went back on remember Monkey King Hero?
Excuse me?
Monkey King Hero, the first any percent world record holder.
Okay.
Won like that giant race with everyone the first day. I went back to his original Odyssey world record video, and he did Moon Cave skip like 5th try or something. I don't know. Woo. It took him a while, and he was in a voice call with other people. He said, "That's a frame perfect trick right there." So
we've all been on before.
Just goes to show how far understanding of it has come.
Unfortunate bunker from Vallu as Nicro is getting his refight with Bowser here. You know what? More fire, more hats. Bowser's been working out a little bit. He's got a new. He leveled up. He got a new move. As you can see here, there's just one extra fire cycle as Vallu's coming up on his moon skip. Looks like he's gonna get it just fine. Pretty much once we see that second wall kick there, we're pretty much in the clear. So. Oof. Yeah, looks like he gets it just fine.
Very clean. Yep, so Vallu's just entering this boss fight as Nicro's finishing it out. Looks like Nicro's gonna have this race in the bag. Just has to survive the escape section and not fall down. That's the only stipulation. If he doesn't fall down, and if he takes screenshots, obviously he wins. Oh my god. Nicro, the BM coming out. Level 1,000.
Hey, you know what? He got here. He got here.
Oh my god. I don't know what to say.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right. So, Nicro having a bit of fun.
Are we gonna get to see your new favorite trick, Okra?
Will Nicro do XD skip? That is the question.
XD skip. Okay.
No, he's gonna go for 2D skip.
2D skip. What's that?
So 2D, it's a shortcut, really. It's just a fancy platforming method that you can do here while you're 2D, and it saves about 2 seconds. It saves about 2 seconds.
How much
right here?
If I mess it up?
About 45 seconds.
45 seconds? Why would I even go for that?
Because you can save 2 seconds.
Let's go for it. But he did not go.
I'm sold.
He did not go for XD skip. So you know, not even showing some love for Okra. It's okay. I'll get you
So
ice cream.
yeah, XD skip is another 2D shortcut-esque fancy platforming thing
Not
that saves
even
no time.
Yeah,
It
it's
saves
just
no
pure
time.
swag.
Yeah, it's just for the memes, which clearly Nicro is a fan of memes, so.
See if he can get some snipes off there on that right platform or pillar. But more importantly, can we get some sour pleases in the chat? We're coming down to the last time we're gonna hear this for this tournament. What a crazy tournament, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from 120 runners down to just these two, and it is going to be Nicro to take away it all. The winner of this tournament, the world record holder, the man himself, the Canadian, will be taking it all.
Woo. Some spicy runs.
But first, memes. Jumping up and down, proclaiming victory. There he goes. So there's Nicro with a 1:06.18, an official SRL time of 1:06.26, and he is going to be your very first Mario Odyssey any % champion.
Woo! That's awesome. We did it, Oka.
We did it.
We did it. We're here. We're at the end.
It happened.
It's Vallu just finishing up his last sour please section here as Nicro gets to watch this cutscene. Real quick before we get the interviews in, Okra, they kind of touched on it before, but what's going on after this tournament?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously we have to have more Mario Odyssey.
It's not over here, right?
It's not over.
What are we doing?
Well, so this was the first Mario Odyssey any % tournament. We're going to have a Mario Odyssey bingo tournament.
What?
Coming up in 1 month.
Is that like a Mario randomizer or something?
It is not.
It's Vallu Archives. Yeah, you're right. It is not like a randomizer, but it does kind of pit the runners in while what they're getting is not random. The objectives they do have to complete is random. What options they're allowed to take. So get to both me and Okra and a few others recently did that, and it's a lot of fun. You get not only is your tech skill put to the test, your knowledge of the game is put to the test pretty extremely. So make sure you guys stick around for that. It's going to be exciting, and we'll see if these guys want to get in here for an interview.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be some exciting times coming up for that bingo tournament. So everyone, definitely look
I'm super
to join up.
for it.
Obviously join. Right?
We did like 2 of those one night, and it was a blast. So. If Coin Kirby's in the chat, he cheats.
the call out. Wow.
I'm just saying, man. He whooped our rears. He got 3 lines done before we finished 1.
Yeah. No. I mean. Yeah. we need to practice bingo a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I may need to learn something other than any %.
Something other than any. What do you mean?
Believe it or not.
Alright, I'm just seeing if we can get Nicro and Vallu in for a quick word or two.
Fair enough. We're waiting just
waiting to hear back from them.
Alright, 1 second, guys.
Runners are taking their sweet time coming in for the interview. They want to feel pampered and respected and loved and appreciated and
Hey, they deserved it, man.
Yeah,
That
no,
was-
I mean,
you
this
know,
was-
we were both involved in this race or this tournament since the start, so you know it's nice to see what it's boiled down to. You know, I think we saw everything, right? There were some things that I first saw with you know, used for the first time ever seeing, and I saw used in this tournament. So you know, a lot of new faces and just new strategies and just crazy stuff. You know, it's been quite the experience to watch it from the start to the end. So.
Yeah, it's been a huge journey from this game over the past couple of months. You know, from how does this game even work to where we are in the run today, and you know, for these two runners to make it this far is nothing short of impressive. Just really something.
You know, in group stages, you know, seeing like a 110 is like, whoa, dude, he just busted out a 110 in a race, and then we, you know, we get like 104s and stuff. So.
Now 110's like, wow, it's. Do you even play this game, bro?
We're joined by Nicro here. Hey, congratulations, sir.
Yo, thanks, guys.
That was excellent.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
And we are joined by both of our runners here. Thank you guys so much. That was so cool.
So.
Hello. Hi.
Are you guys? hey.
Hi.
Thank you guys so much.
So
that was awesome. Are you, so what do you guys think about the tournament? What do you guys think about everything? You know, are you guys, you know, proud with how far you've made it? You know, just, you know, tell us everything.
I'm okay with second place.
Yeah, you know, me personally, I would be ecstatic.
Yeah, it's I guess just the work obviously paid off, and
yeah, man.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
And I definitely know. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Nerve.
No, you got it.
I was just gonna make a comment. You know, your hard work definitely paid off, and you know, allowed you to throw in some memes for the chat as well. I'm sure they appreciated that. So thanks for
take a few snapshots.
Yeah, I mean, you only win a tournament every so often, right? So you know, take a few. You know, once for the road, right?
Yeah, take those. Yeah.
So what about you know, you guys looking forward to? Well, I guess you know, Vallu, you've kind of expressed that you know you're probably done with SMO. Necro, how about you? Like, what are you guys' plans? You know, even you know if it's not SMO, let us know what it is.
Well, I'm still in the SMS tournament, so I'm gonna try.
Gotcha.
In that.
Right on. Yeah, that's another extremely exciting game. I love Sunshine. Necro, you're still grinding out for those 102s, right? You know, that's
for me. I'm just keep doing my thing. Gonna just keep grinding, I guess. Pushing any percent as far as I can right now. And
right on.
Yeah, doing that pretty much every day.
What are your projections? Where do you think like this will? You know, obviously, you know, it's extremely hard to save any amount of time in this game, as we are, you know, slowly getting it more and more optimized. But like, what is the dream time?
Well, you know, that sub hour.
Excuse me.
It's kind of impossible right now. Well, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty insane. It's whatever. We'll just keep playing. We'll see where it goes. We'll surprise ourselves for sure. Something will happen. We'll see.
Awesome.
I do have to ask, since we brought it up to chat, and you know, we are going to be having in 1 month. Oh, Vallu throwing shade. Wow. Appreciate.
It's fine.
I was gonna ask. We brought it up, you know, because in 1 month, they're gonna have the Mario Odyssey bingo tournament. I assume neither of you is interested in joining. Is that correct?
I've never even done bingo in Odyssey, so probably no.
I did a bingo versus somebody who runs 100% in all missions, and I absolutely got destroyed. Yes. And I'm probably never gonna do a bingo again.
You know, there's some really good like information out there on like there's a whole spreadsheet that's like so in bingo, if anybody doesn't know, you get random objectives like go get this many moons from this kingdom, or go get 2 timer challenges from this kingdom. And if you're just unfamiliar with, even like myself, like I pretty much only know 80%, but there's tons of resources out there. It's like
I didn't know like what I was doing like whatsoever. I basically just like played 80%. 80% for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did 80% and then came back and like, okay, what do I do now? Yeah. But you know, it's definitely going to show off not only tech skill but just knowledge of the game. So.
Yeah, and since I have no idea, Vallu, where is the SMS tournament right now?
The brackets have started.
Nice.
That's cool. I don't know.
Right on,
No, it's exciting. Hey, I mean,
speed gaming is definitely in our bloods here.
Yeah, you know it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But thank you guys so much. That was awesome, and you know, big shout outs to Speed Gaming and all the admins who just put up with all of our tardiness and flakiness, and so that's thank you guys so much for that. You know, and then putting on all this, you know, setting up the restream. Definitely, if you guys are not following all of the Speed Gaming channels, please go do that. They're awesome, and they just have speed stuff going on all the time with awesome commentators, awesome races, and just, you know, awesome chat. So thank you guys so much for watching. And Nicro, congratulations. Vallu, congratulations. Good luck on your Sunshine. And Okra, thank you so much.
Good luck on SMS journey.
Thanks, and GG.
GG's. All right, see you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Yep, I think that'll do it. That's all we got here for you guys today. But again, you know, follow the runners, follow all the Speed Gaming channels. More Odyssey in 1 month.
See you guys in April.
Yeah, see you in April, guys. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.